It's basically that, but just like in a more cartoony thing. But like I want to update it. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Nycos D&D. I am the Game Market Guru, Jonathan Alban.
Woohoo! Yay!
And we are in the Winds of the West campaign. I'm going to be asking the players to introduce themselves and give their character backgrounds. But before that, let's get our story so far from the rest of the world. In the Farthfell, after wandering along the border between Trundlesput and Tirkun, the adventurers noted an armed column moving eastward along the road towards the city. Diverging from that in order to not have to engage the army itself, they instead wandered into an outrider band from that army, then encountered an ensnared green dragon, avoided that conflict, and uncovered a sect of Red Veil priests headed to a place known as the Sanguine Ziggurat. In Mornglade, it's near the city of Cauldron, for the last 3 days, the wolf pack has endured a storm, finding themselves stuck in the third iteration, cooling their heels in a town called Bridgewater. They've discovered something is wrong with the area, and they wait for the other shoe to drop. In Banbury, a second foray into the Taurus temples will be necessary. An awakening has occurred as an ancient power has taken over the place, and the adventurers have found themselves engaged in a challenge. 3 tests have passed, 2 of which they failed. They must pass the next 2. And meanwhile in Myrmidon, near the city of Shadis. And this is a live report. This is coming from a player who's wandering out of the facility for the second time. A player has lost a hand within the adventure. Woe is me! I am the most handsome and talented thief in all of Shavras. I've lost my dexterous hand to a booby trap deep in an ancient place with aliens and terrible monsters, and who cares about all this other technology when I can't do anything because I don't have a hand?
Leo wouldn't have lost that hand.
I'm certain that Leo wouldn't have lost a hand. So with that, we are
That's
in...
his head instead. What's his mind?
You're not wrong. Oh my god. It's so bad.
We're the vessel is currently at anchor off of Dragon Point. Each of you is shaken awake by a very anxious Kriv. You respond, just quickly responding to his action, and he pushes you all in a group, and you're all standing around on the deck wondering what you're doing. He basically puts on a little metal ringlet and puts his hands out, and you're all in the kitchen.
How did you get a key to my quarters? Finally, home. We're home. No water. Look at Leo. It's a floor.
It's a bad.
Leo,
What?
Kitchen.
give him the key.
The kitchen.
Oh,
Do you
With
think
Leif
I would
mail
give him
on.
the key?
no.
No, but I had to ask.
Oh,
we didn't-
sorry, it's really early.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, good
There is
point.
no
Good
water,
point.
guys.
This is a great
No
place to
water.
introduce ourselves. At this point, we're going to have everybody give your name, class, race, and your favorite set of dice, and we'll come back around to me, and I'll go over
Then
my
can
dice.
we go back to bed?
And then you can play go back to that. We'll see how that goes.
Hi, I am Bran Rubii. I am the bard of the group, and the dice that I use are Chess X, and they are red with gold glitter. Don't know if you can see it.
There you go. That works. All right.
Hello, I am Zolder Earthshaker. I am a very noble and well-meaning paladin of the Blue Veil, and I'm a pachyderm. And my set of dice were handcrafted in Ireland by a fellow who goes by Dakota Sky on Etsy, and they are made out of lapis lazuli.
Are you saying your dice are Irish?
They are.
Irish whiskey.
Irish dice.
So that means they're rather angry dice.
My name is Abigail. I play Callisto, a non-binary dragonborn fighter. And I haven't gotten these dice yet, but it is a dream. And it is dice made by Greenleaf Geek on Twitter. They make some gorgeous stuff. I really want to custom make someday.
Greenleaf Geek?
Greenleaf Geek
All right.
on Twitter.
I play Leo Sunborn, the 13-year-old human sorcerer. And my favorite dice are from Wormwood, and it's the Bloodstone dice that I really want to get one day.
I'm Grip Circuit, a human wizard. And my favorite dice are actually just a normal set of Chess X dice that very first set of dice I bought, and they roll the best out of all of my dice. So,
Nice.
yeah.
You got those right here at Gameology, right?
I did, actually.
Hello, I am Luna Blackheart, and my favorite dice are the ones that Jeremy bought me, or Crib bought me, the Chess X.
Those are very nice.
Hello, I'm Shepherd Code Vadam. My favorite dice I like to use was actually a percentage dice, and it says my
I'm
D100.
so proud of that thing. It's a small moon.
Yeah,
That's no moon.
I got it because it looks nice because it glows in the
That's
dark
no
as
moon.
well.
Yeah.
It's
Nice.
from Best Con Globe.
That's fun. Okay,
Yes.
excellent.
Let's all be honest here. That's the die that they threw with David and Goliath.
Yeah.
That's just the.
Is that what that is?
He just
Alrighty.
rolled 100 and
then
That's
I actually advocate for the Rainbow Prism dice by Dice Envy. I don't think I got the actual style brand, but the dice have a prismatic look to them and little tiny specks of what I consider to be the prism itself within. So, all right. As I said, you stumble awake in the kitchen at Leif Mayala.
Criv, isn't this like the middle of a war zone?
No, we're fine.
Those
Oh.
are rolling on the floor happily.
I'm sleepwalking. That's what it is.
Luna, I want to go back.
Cuz
to
is
your
doing
ship.
like
I immediately
no
go
angels
over-
on the floor. Land, there's land.
But you're not
Thank
supposed
you,
to in my
Chris, for
dream.
taking us back home for breakfast. Yeah, no, it's fine. Yeah.
walks over to a couple cabinets. Where's the coffee?
I didn't
Oh,
even
no,
get to get
you
dressed.
don't understand. He was here just yesterday and planned this all in advance, and so that you have the exact spread you all want. So all the stuff you would expect to eat. We even found some ghost chilies.
Ghost chili.
Of course.
This is a very vivid dream. And
And you have 22 minutes.
I don't care. There's coffee here.
Can I just start throwing peanut brittle at Zolder?
I'm gonna lick the floor.
Well, and to approximate the 22 minutes that you have your conversations you want to have here, the things you want to do here, and they must be completed before the sand runs out and you're back on board the ship.
I'll see that dead mark like in the corner. I say, that looks like a very comfortable spot for me to sit in, and I'm gonna concentrate on my
hey, Shep,
fine familiar.
that's actually Basha's
I
partner.
did.
Bashra isn't here anymore.
Right, but we said
You
he
can't have this spot taken.
No, let
I
him.
go
Why?
He
over.
can't sit with us.
Okay.
You can't sit with us at this lunch table.
I go over to where.
Technically, I'm not sitting with you. I'm in the corner.
I go over
So-
to the other seat where the aforementioned dead party member used to sit.
She lounged wherever she wanted to lounge. So
Yeah, we don't have a suit. I'll be at the bar.
Zolder,
it's it's
remember,
you're at your
no
kitchen.
circle.
You know,
I'm
it's
sorry,
on my bar.
Everybody with respect,
But,
or I will kick you out of the circle.
I'm getting
the war
books
zone.
in regards to the
You're really
spells
making it hard to be
that I wanted
elitist.
learn.
Okay.
Yes, so I'm just grabbing stuff and throwing them in a bag.
You also have, if you want to, go ahead and roll percentage dice for me. I want to see whether you find any particular books on oceanic travel that might be helpful to you.
oh, is Leif around?
Of course.
Hey, Leif,
100.
we've been gone for a little bit.
And then apparently you have a copy of Moby Dick.
That's,
Can I look outside?
Wait, Moby Dick is
what's been going on since we've been gone, Leif?
Oh, the war continues. The place is pretty much ravaged outside. Been having regular conversations with Fala, though. She and the other spirits are doing their best to keep Troll Skull Alley off the map, so to speak.
Oh, good. So Fala's doing well.
Like I said, she's very, very busy. She's carrying the I guess you'd say the elephant's burden of protecting this place since
And you're
the
doing okay.
paladin departed.
So, and you're doing okay.
Just taking care of my kitchen like always.
So the rest of the city's messed up, but our home is fine.
I
Well,
know
there
that.
have been some attempted break-ins that, the Rook are not known for really caring what they're running over, but fortunately, Steam and Fire, or so I can't remember the couple's name.
Yeah.
The neighbors are they're also they're actively defending the quadrant. So
Oh, good. Okay.
Embrick and
yeah, the Ember, yeah, exactly.
Okay. Well, that's.
I want to go to Kriv real quick and hey Kriv, remember how you told me you'd help me or you would make me a spell scroll?
Yes, which spell did you want?
Do you know the sending spell or can you learn it?
I can probably learn it.
How far is? I'm sorry.
I need 2 of them and I can pay you full price for everything. I know it takes money.
How far is the Blue Veil from here? The Blue Veil.
Oh, the temple's across town. You'd actually have to go through the engagements
Yeah,
if you were
I
going to. And you wouldn't make it back in 20 minutes
Yeah.
anyway.
Yeah.
So
have to
Callisto
make that
is gonna quickly run
And I
to
can
that
read my
one
magic.
store where all the purple is.
Oh, you can't make it to the store.
Huh.
They won't even. Leif says you don't want to go through that door. If you go through that door,
I know
it will
I'm
come
about
to my
son.
space.
I need to
That's the spell I
get
can
my
learn.
stuff.
Just
I
ask
can't
Chris.
get you that.
He's busy.
Oh, maybe I can go with you.
It'll be
No,
quick.
no,
Just get
they're
it
not
out.
leaving the
You can't.
house.
Massive stash.
No, you
It's somebody live my
come
life.
on, please.
You guys actually can't leave the house.
Yeah, 20
Otherwise
minutes.
The house won't be protected anymore.
I can't all myself. I ain't scared of nothing.
No, if you leave
Callisto,
the
I will
house, the
push
house
you to
burns
sleep.
down. Callisto, if you
What?
leave the house burns down.
Listen, I need to get some important nutrients.
You want
Is
purple.
it?
I am a mess on that thing. I need to be stoned off the thing.
Oh, there's some in the cellar.
If you go on my ship
I've seen
again,
Burple before, right?
That's-
do you know
I
where
would
purple
never-
comes from?
But Burple's not
The
here.
sky.
And we're not in the sky.
Well,
we're in the water,
my stuff.
princess.
My stocks are actually dry, so I need to
Okay.
buy.
There is none on the premises.
You don't get between my
Callisto,
purple.
I think you're trying to fill a void with the purple. A void that can be filled by the Lord Cerulean.
Listen, I know what I'm about. I need a purple.
There are different, you can live a full
Just
life without it.
drinking coffee.
I'm not
Look
listening.
at the captain's face.
You.
She's realizing that Kurt is about to.
You called me princess?
Yes, I did. You put me on
Purple
that
comes
ship.
from the sky. The ship can fly.
Yeah, we're not flying now.
Do you
We're
want
swimming.
beer, Burple, or not?
Swimming. We are swimming.
We are down because we can't be flying all night.
Leif goes, guys, there is a war outside. We need to use our inside voices.
No.
We do not want the orc sorcerers to find us because they would come through our defenses.
Leaf, I know
I
you're
can
dead.
take him.
I know you're dead, but I think they'll kill you.
I'm perfectly fine with him disagreeing
going to the cellar.
vehemently.
Can
Oh,
you
so
two
the
keep
20
your voices
until the
down?
20
I'm
minutes is up, 'cause
meditating
I need to
over
get these
here.
guys out of here before they burn the house down.
You're starting to realize this was not necessarily the greatest of ideas.
I want to
And
go.
none of that, Leif turns, she goes, yeah, and now I've burnt the cinnamon rolls. So
Is
she
there
goes
anything we
storming
should
out.
take with us in the
Damn it,
house?
Callisto, it's all your fault.
I'm going to the cellar.
I heard you.
Okay, I need to grab a couple things.
Did you slam the door when you went into the cellar?
No,
Are you-
I slammed the kitchen door,
Okay.
but not the cellar.
Is
I'm
there
just
anything we should take
enjoying
with
my
us in the house?
vessels.
Honey,
I'm
I keep
guessing
that
20
stuff
minutes.
tied
Sense of
down.
dignity.
Yeah,
Oh,
but you're not talking about.
Honey, I
the
pawned that a
wine
long
cellar?
time ago.
Yeah, wine cellar.
So you're going. Okay, so you're going
Yeah.
on into the
Yeah.
house. Leif warns you. Be careful with that. Two of the doors are loose. The first bombardment loosened their moorings, and so there's actually two wandering portal doors.
I think we should try to get
Leo,
out of here
would
as
you
soon as
like to
possible.
come to
I'm
the
the only
cellar
person
with me? But
who
you
knew
cannot tell
about
anybody
this
where it is.
going.
Can I tell them where it is?
That's fine.
Yeah. No, you can't tell anybody where it is.
I try to sneak away so nobody sees me.
Yeah, but it won't matter.
It doesn't matter. I'm the only person who knows.
He
And
knows about what?
where
What
the
about
cellar
Larry?
is, where the wine
Oh.
cellar
What about Larry, though?
No, Larry doesn't even know where it is.
You know where Slur is?
is. Leif, me, and almost
How long
you.
has this been here?
You find Narnia.
We never really got
Since
to
it was
explore the
built.
house too much, have
You've
we?
never mapped the house. He's drawn drawings of what the rooms individually look like, but we've never actually mapped every room and where all the 25 doors that lead to other places
Okay.
are.
I'm
You drew pictures. You go, this
I
is
did
cool.
draw pictures.
But
It
you
was-
you cannot tell Criv because I know he wants to know.
with
and he's
the cup of
last
coffee
person
that
to
I'm
know.
having. I'm just gonna go and casually open
Why
up
keep it
door
secret?
after
You're going.
door.
Are you going to do that seriously?
Yes,
It's actually a
casually
good
open
idea,
up
so
door
one of my
after
first
door
thought
after
would be to
door.
sell all.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you in the cellar.
You have a 1 in 25 chance of vanishing from the party to never come back.
Really?
That's what I told you before. This is not something you do without you guys going as a group. Wandering door to door will get you lost.
Wait, but they're like signs on the door. Out of character.
No, you've marked the 25, but 2 of them are loose.
Oh, okay.
They got loosened with the first bombardment.
The only Alanis really.
Yeah, the only Alana's new, and she's not here anymore.
Yeah. Dang it.
So.
Need those again?
No, I grabbed.
You picked it.
Anything else we need? Any books? Any equipment?
We're not here.
It should dry.
So he was good for now anyway. He would have told you.
Oh,
All right. Well,
roll for my 5.
I'm gonna get a replacement ball.
You want to do it in the city,
meantime.
not out at the not on
You
the
can't leave
boat.
the house.
I'm sure there's one laying around.
It does take 10 minutes of your 25 minutes or 22 minutes.
My
10
suggestion
minutes
is just to
of-
wait.
It'll take 10 minutes out of that, and the chances of you getting something good inside of a warded location.
We'll see.
You've got defenses
Is he
put up
part of
around
it?
this place to protect it.
We haven't said
So
that
this
he's
is
part
not
of
the
our
place
group.
We
to
did.
cast
You
it.
had a whole meeting.
No,
Yeah.
she said that he's part of our group.
Just
And
just
I
like
added him
mentioned.
She said
too.
everybody.
The last minute.
Yeah.
That whole conversation we had was dependent upon you casting it on board the ship.
Oh, okay.
I want to speak to Leo in the cellar.
Okay, you got to tell her. You got
I
got him
understand
away from there.
why keep this place.
This is
Holy
the cellar.
crap!
Yeah, I've only drank. I sold one, but I drank one bottle. Oh no, I sold that thing.
The wealthy of your 2 fathers, his last name was
The what? Sorry.
the more wealthy of the 2.
Dalinar.
Okay, his last name was
Sunboard.
yes. So there's Sunborn Vineyards included in this classy collection of wines.
Luna, this is really expensive wine.
Yeah, that's why we don't tell Kriv or Zolder or anyone else. Leif and I have been keeping it a secret, and I bring it out every once.
How many are there in here?
There's-
Oh, there's hundreds of bottles, and not only that, she's being modest when she says wines. There's also cognacs. There's also several barrels of whiskey.
I
There's-
haven't
Whoa,
gone
whoa.
in the back. The
There
front
are-
is the wines. I haven't ventured that far yet.
Yeah.
So
And there is one corner. She's already dragged the one barrel of rum to the front though, so she's already tapped it.
Just what?
there's not just one. I just dragged.
No, I
just
think you're
one.
only bringing one.
Why are you showing?
No, she's already boarded. She loaded the ship with stuff. This is the stuff that she left at home.
I look at Luna. Why are you showing me this?
'Cause
How about
you're
take some
really
food with
kind
you
of the only
before-
one I trust.
Ask Leaf to take some food with you.
Aww. I give you a hug.
I'd like to talk to Lee.
Okay.
Sure.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, good morning.
did it
Good
wrong.
morning, lady. What
I'm
happened?
sorry. Do I know you?
Bran Rubiai. Holds out a hand to shake hers.
She goes, I better not.
Just nods.
But
Curious.
but your
This is
charisma-
where I like to go when I.
Oh, my
hide
charisma
when he's
is
making me cry, which is more often than not.
just straight charisma.
Yeah,
Uh,
the actual stat.
The actual stat is 14.
Oh, Sarah, I'm the ones over there in my dad's house.
She goes, so what do you do?
I'm a bard. I sing. I dance. I tell
Uh,
stories.
you probably better,
We can
because if
dance.
we're depending on your pretty face, we'd be in trouble.
Well, I am far better looking than anyone here.
So sorry. I wish I
Are
had
you?
the wine
Don't
cellar.
You cannot be the cuteness of a 13-year-old kid. I'm sorry.
That,
I'm
that,
13
that,
years
kid,
old.
that kid's
Zero
hitting puberty.
munches
That
I'm
kid's
is your
hitting
cuteness.
Yeah.
Okay.
Munches and nightshade.
Uh,
Yeah, I can't do that.
I want to know. Do you have any? Would you happen to have a library in this establishment, or?
It's your house, for crying out loud. I mean, it's their house. I don't know what's here. I actually can't leave the kitchen. Now that you bring that up, thank you for mentioning that.
Sorry, didn't know. I have not been notified about what's here or not.
Oh, well,
They tend to leave a lot of
I'm
stuff.
surprised.
out.
I'm surprised they let somebody like you travel along with them, unless they must already like you for some reason.
Shaking your head.
He's across the room, just going no.
Indeed, sips coffee.
Well, I would be watching myself if I were you.
Yeah, I know that one over there is not pointing over towards at Zolder. He's really not a paladin, is
Please, don't judge.
Oh.
I'm not an elf either.
he? You're not an elf either?
No, you see right through me.
Well, you were an elf.
You know, just I'm trying to give you some advice. Listen to your conscience and do what you can
Let
to
your
help them.
conscience be your guide.
Because these, yeah, exactly. Jiminy.
She's a druid.
We'll give him a cricket instead of a fly.
I like that. That's cool.
Well, here's my first advice for them: drop the elephant off at the nearest packeter.
The next packing plant, is that was the pun you were going for?
Yep,
Ugh. All right.
solves a bunch of issues right there. They are just no class people.
Oh, fuck.
Last I went there was the last time I ever wanted to go back.
And to keep this up, you may not make it through the night. Just be careful. This team's getting
My ship,
seems
my rules.
this seems
We come here, you
becoming
can beat the
coherent.
crap out of him, but my ship, my rules.
And
So I have like
my
10 minutes to
advice
wrap
to
up.
you, my advice to you, Laughing Boy, is get to hang out with that Kriv character because she won't go anywhere without Kriv. So if you're tight with Kriv, you'll be able to stay with the crew.
Oh, me and him have delightful conversations already.
Oh, good.
I
then.
like you. I thought we were friends.
She's been treating you very nice.
Oh yeah, I know. I have no issue with her. I have no issue with Crave. I have no issue with Leo. Zolder's the only one I have issue with.
That's true.
I
Zolder's the only
technically
one.
give him ability to beat you, but I hope he doesn't. All I said was my ship, my rules. If we're here, I can't.
Right.
But I am leader, so no.
And you're currently not here.
Yeah.
That's why I didn't include you in the
Oh,
conversation.
yeah, I know.
Luna said not to kill you, so you're alive.
That is a terrifying statement.
There is just
Luna
one.
said that he's
there's
One
just-
person's word is the only thing keeping you alive.
there-
I
there's-
trust Luna's judgment.
There is something curious about Zolder
Yes, dear.
sipping coffee. With someone with a burple addiction, you'd think you'd lay on hands then to get rid of said addiction.
Motherfucker, try it.
Oh, it's
Well, it's
Yeah,
interesting.
Callisto's like standing up going, excuse me?
Try.
She's sitting in the corner.
Listen!
She called me princess.
She was sulking a minute ago and now she's ready to go
It'd
again.
truly calm her emotions since she's going through a draw.
You can only
Watch your mouth, boy.
I can only help those that want to be helped.
Technically, you're supposed to uphold the law, and she went ahead and took a drug that's illegal.
First off, it's the
Not
age,
legal if you
smart
sold
ass.
here.
It's
Perfectly legal to buy it here.
Perfectly legal to buy it here?
Yes.
Oh, then,
Now the question is whether or not Dragonborn are allowed to be in the city. That actually is a technicality that could be argued.
that I don't know.
Yes, the city. No, that's the reason. One of the keys to Eldrasar is that no dragon can ever cross the boundaries of the city.
What is
But there's a Dragonborn merchant.
There is. That's what I'm saying. There is
And a librarian.
It's that little fluffy area. The librarian is the merchant. He's there. Oh no, you're right. There was the merchant that you saw as well as
he
the.
wrote 4
Yeah,
proper
so I
good.
But the point is that the increase in number of Dragonborn actually is causing there to be question about whether or not we should enforce the law on a greater level. But dragons physically can't enter the area. There's a bane against them that doesn't allow them to even
I'll
cross
just
the
not first.
threshold.
Hashtag.
There's also a difference between law and justice, and
Rules are meant to be broken, right?
that's what that's my philosophy.
You just got your blue powers back.
I want to get 3 things from the cellar.
Sure.
I want to get 2 bottles of wine,
Mhm.
and I want to get one of the good bottles of whiskey, but I want to hide it so Crib can't see it.
Okay.
I'll give it to him when he's good.
He had a very big hat.
Maybe a bottle of peanut liqueur.
Do we have peanut liqueur?
You could probably find. Yeah, you probably could find.
Leah, look for the peanut
Yeah.
liqueur.
As I'm looking, I try to like make smiles and be like, you know, you would have loved my dad.
Was he an
He was-
alcoholic too?
No. But he was a really big collector of wine.
Planter's Reserve.
My Papanwa, my other dad, he actually didn't like drinking alcohol. They teased each other over it, you know? He called him an alcoholic, he called him a saint, something like that. It was funny.
Totally.
So I grew up not knowing whether or not to drink alcohol or not. So,
Well, I'm a horrible influence to be around.
yes, you are. Oh, here's the bottle.
Callisto, after the way you stood up like that, Larry comes over and goes, you got some time to talk? 'Cause
For you, always.
how excellent. Listen, Master. I don't mean to contribute to any problems, but you remember cousin Babar?
I remember.
And remember how Babar took you and had that conversation upstairs? Well, he came back by before after you guys left. When he saw the ship leave, he came to the house and brought me a box of these. I don't know how well that worked, but it's 36 Burple lollipops.
You better have those.
I need all of those.
Don't touch my shit.
If you give it to her in large doses, it's gonna be a fucking nightmare.
No. I'm stocking up for the trip.
This is a Lathertine talking to a Dragonborn. Okay, so butt out, Mister. You're not even there.
Whoa. Larry just smart talk to
But
him.
Crib,
Attaboy, Larry. Don't take
No
that
more
shit.
cuddle time for you.
Don't butter him up.
he's
Yeah.
putting that.
Shit.
He's putting
Attaboy,
that.
Larry.
And I bring the guy a torque. That's that way he repays me.
No more cuddle time. I'm
It's
sorry.
fine.
I'll
Okay.
cuddle with you,
So
Larry.
here's the deal.
Yeah.
1 for 24 hours. It'll calm the edge, calm the nerves, take off the edge. 1. If you take 2, and you run out too soon, I'll know.
Deal.
Okay. Then there's only one thing I need from you.
Yes.
Kriv said something about you guys being near Dragon Point. I have a cousin there. Named Lassiter.
Lassiter. Okay.
I need you to find Lassiter. And I think he's been corrupted by a cult.
Okay. What does Lassie look like?
Lassiter?
That's what I said.
Lassie? No, Lassiter. He doesn't like that kind of thing. Lassiter's kind of, well, he's red. Red lizard. He's kind of salamandery.
Okay. I will do my best, bud, and let you know if I find them.
All right,
And
but
say
only
it.
1 per day. And you've got 36 days.
Why do you need Lassiter, though?
Let's just say I've found a new occupation.
I don't like that. at all.
Wait. Occupation?
Mm-hmm. It's honest work.
Leaving us?
Oh no! I work right from here. It's a great work from home opportunity.
He's selling Herbalife.
Oh no, it's gonna get to a pyramid scheme.
A TET scheme, but that's another story. Literally another story.
Oh my gosh.
Ask him about the vacuums.
No.
But the leggings.
Yes. No. I just need I need to make sure that Lassiter is safe. And that he's not joining an evil cult.
Okay, you got a deal, bud.
Okay, thank you.
Alright,
Alright.
we're back by now.
Yep, you guys you can walk him back
happy.
up.
I got my box of drugs.
And Larry leaves you and walks directly over to where Kriv is sitting. He said, "Sorry, boss, but I have to protect my own. You know, you're never here. You never call. You never write."
I was here yesterday.
Oh yeah, but
And I was here the day before that.
It's not the same.
And then the day before that. And the day before that. And the day before that.
And your point is?
I'm here all the time.
Dude, maybe get out some.
I'm just providing you with logistics.
Out of character, would lay on hands cure an addiction?
Lay on hands, if you
Try
burn 5 points, you can
it.
cure any disease. If it's a true disease, it'll be cleared.
Can I have a conversation with Callisto?
You can see her like
Holding my sword.
she pulls out her holy symbol, which is her sword.
It's a lollipop purple.
No, I would never do it against your wishes. I'm just saying, if you want to get the monkey off your back.
There is
The
no
flying
monkey on
monkey.
my back. All I got is an elephant on my tail, and he needs
By
to
the
step off.
minor illusion of monkey on the back.
I'm saying it seems to be that you're letting this purple run your life. There's so much to live for.
I have
Have
a
you heard the
nervous
good news?
breakdown on a ship I never wanted to be on. Let me try to survive it.
It's always here when you're ready to take the step
Soldier?
towards a better life. I'm here.
Soldier. Did I ever ask anything from you?
No.
Then
This is
shut the heck up!
will do.
I have wine.
Good. Get
Yeah, cherry flavor.
Oh, you have it. Give it to him.
No, I thought we were keeping it a secret, but okay.
No, we just they know we have one. They don't know how much we have.
I
Out of
look-
character,
I look
they
at
don't know how
Silver.
much we have, and they don't know where it is.
Do you have the peanut liqueur?
Yeah,
That's what he's
I have it.
holding.
Planter's Reserve.
Wait, before you take it, I'm just like, drink responsibly.
Hey,
Oh,
hey,
I only have a cup or a sip at night.
Be nice.
I'm trying. I'm
I
really
know,
trying.
I know you are.
I'm such
But
an
this is-
asshole, though.
This is more of an incentive, is what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
Oh.
Wine.
Please make it Irish. The
I
coffee I'm holding.
also went to my room while I'm here
Sure.
and got my backup mall, which is not nearly as good or nice, but it's
Is it Darth Maul?
So you guess you call it a second-hand mall?
it's a second-hand mall. There you go. And it's really stripped down, so it's a
It's a
strip.
strip mall.
It's a strip mall. Nice.
And I'm
from
very
a mile away.
I'm very morose because I lost Lucille Mall.
I will walk up to the Leif. I don't know her name though. It's the first time I meet her.
She says hello, bathroom.
Hello. You seem to know more about me than I do myself.
Well,
I
you're just a ghost of yourself.
I have like one question.
Sure.
How did I get this scar along my face?
Oh, well, if it's any consolation, you got it by rescuing your friends.
My friends?
Sure. You know, Luna, Triv, Zolder. You saved them all.
I saved them all.
Yeah.
What particularly happened?
You know, if I told you that, that would be really bad of me. I would not be a good friend if I did that. So you'll just have to just experience it when it happens.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Hey, Criv.
Yes.
If you decide to ever be nice to me and love me back, I have something for you.
Okay.
Griff, we need to talk.
You have no game, son.
I go to put my arm
He
around
did.
Crib. It's okay, bud.
One day.
Never mind, they made it awkward.
He did. No, you can leave the room if you want to. Leif, how are you?
I'm weathering things okay. I'm weathering things okay. I don't know how Vincent's doing. I think he may have fallen. He hasn't done his usual daily reporting. And I
We're
know
almost
what's going on.
we're almost out of time. Otherwise, I go look for him.
Oh,
We have
you
that-
can't leave the house.
We
Oh,
have
that's
a
right.
thing that we can use to call upon him.
Do we still have that?
Yeah.
Remember, he gave us a thing to call upon him.
Yeah, but it's a one-time use thing,
It's a
and it takes
one-time
you.
use thing.
It brings him to where you are, which will it may mess up what he's doing. So
Can we? Okay. That's
Let's contact him tonight.
No.
And if he needs
No.
help, no.
well, we're also not that close to him, right?
No, we're not using it. It's one-time use. He said for
Honestly, I can
emergencies
live without
only.
Tiger Boy.
That's what
I
I'm
hear
saying.
an explosion in the background. I'm like, this isn't an emergency.
Callisto looks
We're
over
not-
the corner of
we're in a
rises.
safe-
They're talking about the tiger boy.
I know.
You're right.
I know.
You're right. You're right.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
I mean, it's not like he's part of the circle, so
He was never part. He's a sex offender.
that's what I'm saying. He's not part of the circle, so we care.
Wow.
That is harsh words. He
Leo.
is a fellow bard, my friend.
Leo.
He's a sex offender.
Leo,
It really is.
where on the doll did he touch
My ass
you?
has seen better days.
Well, he touched Alana's there, and I turn around. I
Oh God! Oh, no.
He did have his way with a lot.
PG, sir. PG.
No.
Well, that's what we're all.
Say it's not so.
Oh, God.
Alanis did no such thing.
No, Vincent did that. That's why he's a sex offender.
I need bleach for my eyes.
You're welcome.
Well,
Why hasn't she been that way?
gymnastics.
We're almost out of
Yoga,
time,
we did it
guys.
together.
Right, you're coming up on the end of your time.
Anything else you need to do quickly?
That was Alanis and I's bonding moment. Was yoga and gymnastics.
Most likely, yes. She did yoga. She, of course, worked out.
So Kriv,
How the hell do
about
you
that
think
spell
she's whipped
scroll.
up a freaking great
I
sword?
can start working on it.
Okay. I asked him to make me a spell scroll for the spell sending.
Okay.
Hopefully 2 of them, just in case.
If
It
you
would
can-
take 10 minutes apiece. That fundamentally would take.
You can make it that fast?
I can do it on the ship, no?
No, you have to have your. No, you have to be ground bound. So you have to do it tomorrow. You're out. You won't have to. You'll have time to do one because I heard him ask you early enough.
Okay, well then I'll do the one, and
Okay.
then I'll do the next.
No, another one at another time. That's fine. Alrighty. Before they run out of time, Larry runs over and says, "You gotta do me a favor.
What's up?
Remember the number 36, then every day change that number down by 1, okay?
36.
36 now, but gotta be 35 tomorrow and 34 the next, okay?
Can you
Got
just
it?
say that
Got
one
it?
more
Got it? Say it
time?
once. Say it. Say it.
Count down to 30.
36, 35,
Okay.
34 by...
Do it. Okay, bye. You ran out of time.
And we're back on the ship. Can you, Leo? Can you
Holding a
please-
cup of coffee still
just
and
like-
just having my plate of food still there. If you guys don't mind.
Pop in a
Realize.
lollipop in my mouth.
I just realized I went in my pajamas. I'm gonna go change.
Okay.
Well,
So as you reconvene, so to speak,
I've got to
on
put
the
my
deck.
I've got to put my bottles away too.
Sure. But so those of you who came back with armloads and stuff have to do that. But Wesley comes running up. Captain, they turned on the lights and they're pointing at us. And you see the dragon points. Dragon's eyes are 2 beams of light aiming at the. In daylight, you can see the beams of light coming at your vessel.
Maybe
Fight it.
we should tell them that we come in peace before we start anything we might regret.
Prestidigitation, we're boned on the
It's
mug.
just broadside.
Everyone get dressed, look nice, have weapons ready if need be, but do not do anything until my call.
I used to have a really nice
cast-
weapon.
You got a telescope by any
Identify.
chance on you?
Okay. Identify. You have to be able to touch the
I
eye.
didn't want to be presumptuous.
I have a couple in yes.
The
I'll get
closest
one
you
for
can
Can
get
I
would
borrow
be
one,
using an
please?
Arcana check
Yeah.
to try to determine
I
what the
just said
lights
I'll get
are.
one for you.
Shit, I'm not proficient in that at all.
We're on a pirate ship.
Mr. DM, sir, real quick.
Sure.
Because looks like we might be busy. As I go to change my clothes, I want to use sending to see if I can contact my dad.
That's got an unlimited range, doesn't it?
It does.
It
All you have
does.
to know is know the target.
What servers do they use? Can
He
you
does.
So
Technically, he does know the
it has
target.
to be 25
That's his
words or
stat.
less.
That's what I'm saying.
My-
I'm
No,
just
what's your
clarifying.
service?
Yeah, so
I
it
hate
works.
Verizon.
I love
It's
you.
more like.
What you don't want to hear is that boop boop boop. But, okay.
So as I'm alone in my room,
The caller you have dialed.
is dead.
So sorry.
I cast sending, and I go, "Hey, Dad. It's your son,
It's your
Leo.
boy.
I'm alive and safe. I have friends now.
Send money.
Are you alive? Are you okay? You can respond whenever."
Okay. So I've got how many words to
You
respond?
didn't say I
24.
love you?
24 words.
New phone, who this?
Not knowing, not necessarily knowing that spell, as far as knowing how many letters he's got to work with. What you're going to hear is, "Son, it can't be you. You're not here anymore. Find the grung. They'll know.
And the grun?
Grung. You shouldn't be here. It's not yet the right." And he runs out.
It's not yet the right.
It's not yet the right.
And then runs out of
I think that's out of words.
No, but yes, but no, but yes, but no, but yes!
Also, the voice sounds positively ancient.
You guys are like next door neighbors.
I know, he still likes to do the screaming thing. It's really funny.
No, yeah.
I just kicked
But
down
like,
the door.
that's Luna.
I need another sending spell. Please, stop, please. My please. I like
You
grab
didn't
his
even
neck.
wait to see if
Ouch,
it's
ouch, ouch,
dressed.
ouch.
Yeah.
Goodness.
So he walks in and he's
Dressed?
actually probably mid-robe.
Boy, are you on the burple?
No, you're
I
not
won't
here.
share.
I need another sending spell. Please, I will pay you anything you want. Do you want wine?
We can do another. We can do another tomorrow.
He's alive. He's alive. He's alive. I'm shaking him again. He's alive.
We know he's alive.
No, but I talked to him. He spoke to me. He sounded really old, but I think he might be. Oh shoot! I didn't find out where he was, huh?
No. No, I told you so. There's a
He's
clue.
okay.
I can make you more.
There's a
Try
clue.
again
It's
tomorrow.
gotta re-
No, I need right now, please.
I can't do right now.
Why not?
I have to be at the inn.
Why can't you do it here? You said you had parchment.
It doesn't work here.
Why not?
I don't know. Imagine now.
You're
He's a wizard, so the book has to be positively smooth. The waves in the boat make it impossible.
You're a
to
class 7 wizard and you can't make a spell on a ship?
Hey,
I can pull magic out of my butt!
do you want it or not?
So can I, but work really hard.
If I haven't done purple.
Please don't.
As I walk out in captain attire,
Coffee still in my hand, just eating breakfast right there.
there is a full glass of rum in my hand, and I hand Callisto the telescope that she asked for.
Thank you.
Or the, yeah.
I want to climb to the very top and look over.
Okay, so as you look over, there's several things that you're going to notice. First of all, there are dragonettes flying over the wall and ramparts by the dozens.
We dragon nets.
Dragonette's a term for small dragon-like creatures. They might be actual dragons, or they might be other dragon, like pseudo-dragons and that kind of thing. But dragonettes was a term that refers to small dragons. The first thought is that Munches would probably have a field day with a bunch of, like a play day, so to speak, with a bunch of others of her size and type. Second thing you'll notice is a dragonborn standing in a tower, looking back at you, uniformed like an admiral with a big pointy hat on his head, looking back at you with his spyglass. It's literally that nice.
No,
Nice.
I wouldn't do that.
And then a second one, and a second tower, and a third. There are 3 dragonborn within inside of you.
Luna.
Do we know the name of this bot, y'all?
Well,
Dragon's Point?
Dragon's Point.
Luna,
Can we take a field trip?
is your pirate flag
Oh,
up?
wait.
You don't normally
I
fly
didn't
colors
send-
unless you're
I didn't-
acting.
Yeah, no, I didn't send for it to fly up.
Did
Did you put it up?
No. Do you have a merchant's flag?
Yeah.
Think
That's
if you
always
put
scary.
it up, we might get dealt a pass.
How do you think Blackheart Port Merchants? Never mind, you don't know that.
You don't have a flag, do you?
I have 2 flags.
Okay.
I have Pirate Blackheart and then the Blackheart Merchant.
Gotcha.
Not related.
Do you just have plain merchant flag? Just something to post up so that they know we're not.
You also would have a third. You'd have the Eldrasani flag from
Oh, yeah,
Eldrasani.
yeah.
Something just show that we're not hostile. Because I'd rather not be attacked by.
All right, boys, put away your hats. Let's Wesley raise the Elderstar flag, please.
We should come here for a bit, guys.
I mean, it'll be a couple of weeks before we reach Alonso's body. We can take a quick pit stop.
Our pit stop's supposed to be my home. And
You-
unless they need
While you're
us to
scanning the
have it,
coastline, you
we
see
need to-
2 small craft being dragged out of, basically out through the gates and being put into the water. Each one with a rather burly-looking lacertine and a dragonborn. So that's now 5 dragonborn. That you've never seen this many all at once.
We got company.
I surrender.
No.
That's what
do
we
you see?
don't have on this
I
ship. We do
see.
not have a white flag.
I see another dragonborn. And
Two
coming towards
really
us.
burly lacertines, one in each.
What do you think,
ship,
Captain?
Each
Should
boat,
we?
and one
Let them come.
dragonborn.
They're gonna want to talk.
Okay. Do you want to raise a white flag so we surrender?
This ship doesn't have a white flag.
You
You
borrow
should
some
probably
of my giant
invest in
boxers.
one.
Does have boxes big enough.
No.
Should
They
probably-
could be coming to ask because we did kind of port in front of their areas. We didn't go.
Flags
to-
aloft, colors aloft, sir. And lady. Captain rank is rank.
Well, yeah. Thank you. All right. Where's Kriv?
Are you gonna keep us sipping that coffee?
Oh yeah, he's
He
just.
ran out half an hour ago. He's just sipping on the
He's
point.
making the noises now.
Yeah.
I pull out a cup of water. Hey,
It's
Chris,
just
someone
sarcastic.
please-
slurp.
Why?
We have company.
What kind
No.
of
What was I supposed to tell him?
To not do anything and just stay out of it. He can come up on the deck, but I don't want him sending any magic or starting any fights. I want him to
I'm
listen
the one
to me.
who starts the fights.
I want him to listen
Wesley
to me.
goes, Captain, I know you've been really busy this morning and perhaps haven't been thinking clearly, but we haven't yet even hoisted a single sail. Everything is still tied up topmast.
Well, I don't think we're gonna need to flee.
Just yesterday your last order was that we would be leaving after you guys after we got up in the morning, and we didn't raise sail at dawn, and you guys were gone for the last almost half an hour, so we didn't do anything, and I feel bad that we're not prepared if it does come to action. We haven't even cleared the decks for it.
Then I guess make haste and do that, but do not raise anchor.
Aye, no sails, no anchor. Get at it, boys. Clear the deck.
Should we greet these people, or should we prepare to fight them?
Go ahead and move the boats out to water.
Prepare to greet, because if we show hostility, they will do it right back. It's like when one would surrender to me and ask for parley to speak to the captain.
So are you back
sometimes.
tied up now? I'm sorry, you're Callisto. Are you back
Oh
around the
yeah,
mast?
I went back down. I saw them. I'm gonna
So-
rate them, I guess, or at least watch.
Well, you're back
them.
down. I just want to know: are you still bundled up in all of the protective gear like you were last time?
No, because I got my purple. I'm fine now.
Okay.
Maybe we should ask them for parts.
Callisto, I'd like you with me. You don't have to like hold hands next to each other, but I'd like you to stand with me so I know where you are.
Okay. No, but the whole no hold hands.
You know what?
Maybe you should,
I mean, we can hold hands if you want to.
maybe you should bless him.
I cast bless on both of you.
Can you? Like seriously?
You guys are so overly paranoid.
No, it doesn't trigger.
What do you mean? You said it was bad last time.
Yes, you get temporary blessings, so you had 20 minutes to try to take care of it on land. I know you were trying to go to the Blue Veil. I know you tried to go to the Blue Veil, but you didn't even contact them.
No, but you said that my powers were back last time.
Yes, they worked because you were in a situation. Your party was about to die underwater, if I remember correctly, when you triggered it.
Yeah.
No, he was already out.
Gone
But
again.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
No.
So I can't
That-
bless you.
Thanks,
Okay.
we got this.
I would give myself.
Oh no, that's right, because you swam down for this one. That's right, I did
Yeah.
get back to you. So yeah, the blessing works.
Sorry. bless with you.
I would give myself.
I'm just gonna pat you on the back. Go get him,
Let's come to
Luna.
that.
Bardic inspiration.
I'll use my first level spell.
Why don't you take one of those sending stones
Oh.
and just
Armor
no,
of
you're not doing
apathy?
that. Never mind.
Give
Have
myself.
we got any
Yeah, there's the
sending
extra temporary hit
stones?
points.
We were
Yeah, we have
supposed
sending stones.
No, Kurt didn't give it to us.
Oh shoot, that's right.
We don't need it because you're coming to our ship.
Just have like a
Yes,
signal
but-
ready to, if you want us to like step in or something.
Do you want my dire wolf?
Do we have them hide? Or...
No, that'll show hostility. Wes will know the signal.
Okay.
You have a bardic inspiration, D6.
The left vessel is going to pass past the bow, so turn it slightly.
What's the bow?
The bow is the front of the boat.
Okay.
I will.
The second one's going to come up alongside on the larboard bow.
I'm gonna keep my eye on this one that's going around the bow.
I'll walk up to Callisto.
Oh,
Touch spell, cantrip, guidance.
Captain.
Okay.
Just kidding.
Let me look that up.
Luna, should I do a detect good or evil on these people?
Guidance. A B C D E F G. So it's that.
I don't. Does detect good and evil like show off? Like, can the other people see when you do it
No. All it does is it allows his senses
to see the aura?
It's actually sense motive, right? Or you don't. No, you can't cast the spell detect.
Detect, yeah.
So detect does require a saving throw from them though.
No.
So it's just a passive. It doesn't affect.
Okay, so like it's kind of like his eyes he can see an aura that's like good or bad. Okay.
Yeah. And also realize that good and evil is the
Callisto.
only way to measure.
Well,
it
I know,
from their
but
lives.
I was.
I
So,
gave you guidance.
I'm going to cast it on these guys
You
that are
have a
closer.
D4 on your ability rolls.
What's your range on that? Is that 30 or 60?
I think it's 6. Let me check real quick. 30.
Great. So they're pretty much right on, almost alongside. So go ahead and push the other one alongside on the opposite side.
Did you take anything?
So I cast it.
Yeah, no, you're casting it as soon as they get within range. I'm just getting them within range. As you cast, they're going to detect as
Stand too close to the edge, boy.
Give
Mom a heart attack.
they can detect as evil.
Starts playing
Guys,
my new-
these guys are
Do you detect something?
What?
It takes.
Yes. For good.
they're
No, for bad.
no.
Okay.
So,
And then.
Permission to come aboard.
Leo, get ready.
The other vessel, other side. Permission to come aboard.
What are your orders, Captain?
playing loot.
Permission granted.
Granted.
The vessels,
The boats tie up to the side.
no. Yeah, well, they just basically hook onto that netting that's on the side of the ships that you usually use for
climb up
cargo
the ladder.
climbing. They basically they attach up to that, and the Dragonborn are the only ones that board the vessel.
May I roll investigation on their velocity?
Roll investigation on
Their velocity?
He's,
on the
board of the
velocity. Sure. So what is your investigating in particular? What do you want to detect?
To see if I want to see if they are similar to myself.
Oh, I got you. You're looking for reading. Got you. Wait for his check.
That's the 17.
Okay, they both are monitors. Like I said, they're big and burly. They're big, slow. They're cumbersome. Their heads swing to the left and right just naturally because they're not particularly hyper aggressive, but they look like they can hold their own in a fight if they needed to.
Oh,
Their clothing is basically just a G-string, as you would be familiar with, just a little loincloth flap. And
Guys are
and yes, well, they're just. Anyway, the second thing is that
skin.
yes,
Yeah.
the second thing is that they have been
Wait,
painted
just gonna shut it off every
red. You can see
Dragon
from
code.
their bellies, they're standard, yellow to white on their bellies, but their shoulders and backs have been painted bright red.
yeah.
And the two that climbed on board the vessel are also of that same clan type, very
Alright.
red in color, big, kind of like Callisto.
So different clan
Like all
type. I'm
natural.
like a marine iguana.
No. The Dragonborn are natural. And
Oh,
I'm
but
saying that the
the-
lizards are also painted, but the Dragonborn that climb aboard say, "Ah, Captain." Balzlo takes up his head.
Thank you. Good
I
morning.
am Calabas.
I am Blackheart.
Is that one free? Is that one free, or is that considered to be part of your booty?
That one can answer for herself.
Oh, here.
Excellent. I'm glad to hear it. Please answer the question then.
Do what I want.
They are free and they like to be called they, them.
What she said.
Sorry, this one's just still on her team.
They are a friend of ours.
Not there.
So the other one that climbed up that hasn't yet bowed to you, walks over and walks around her.
I'm keeping a close eye on that one.
New friends.
Not yet.
Yeah, kind of.
You can tell that he's
Might
actually
be on
actively sensing.
I know. With a warning growl.
I kind of get them all out, but
No,
not
Because I-
aggressively. Just
You already had you brought it up on the deck, didn't you?
yeah.
I said
You got
have
it
the
in your
weapons
hand.
ready, so
Right. It's in his hand. It's just the
That's kind of why I like step a little closer to Callisto, kind of.
He goes, the one you're talking to, Calabas, says, I can see that we are not going to agree on many things, but it would be importune for someone such as myself to not offer you an opportunity for free trade and to possibly pick up a letter of marque from my nation. And then he turns to Callisto and says, we are glad to have made thy meeting. We would endeavor to have you join us in our endeavor to be a true free nation of the Dragonborn.
Thanks, but no thanks.
Who are you?
I'm Calabas.
Well, okay.
Do you
who,
want me to leave
who
you
do you
guys?
represent, Calabas?
Well, no, but
Zolder, he's speaking to Callisto. Let them talk first.
I don't trust this guy.
What did I
But can we
say?
ask that we visit your nation for a second?
For a second. That is far, far too short a time for you to actually appreciate and enjoy our company. We would like nothing less than for your people to visit our land and see the great advances we have made in liberating our brother and kin.
Look, thanks for the offer. Thing is, we're kind of in a hurry because we got a very important errand we're running. So we'd love to stop and visit and maybe come back later. But we cannot truly appreciate your culture.
Perhaps I didn't
On
make
your
it
timing.
clear. This is not directly a request.
You forcing her.
It is a recommendation for the safety of your vessel and your crew. We would not wish harm upon Eldrasani, although they are in our waters. Instead, we would prefer to offer opportunities for trade and a safe harbor for your duration.
So it's either
I just-
trade or attack then.
Y'all are not there.
No,
They're on the deck.
We
Everyone's
are.
on the
But
deck.
you're not.
I'd like to go over to Luna's
no.
shoulder and just
I see you walking. No.
They could just walk up behind you and whisper whatever
Well, you
you're
have
saying.
two
Yeah,
options:
behind-
trade or attack.
They'd all be behind you. You're
Oh.
the captain, so.
Negotiate a way out of here. Then.
That's. What are you whispering?
they're only asking for Callisto, correct?
No,
Well,
that's all of us.
No, they asked for the ship.
Yeah, that's for the shipment.
Um,
I don't see the harm in just going to see what they want. I'm pretty sure if we just go with the flow, we could go ahead and probably
No,
get
just-
out.
If I start having all of my crew members speak for me, what does that make me of a captain?
True.
It's,
You're not the boss, Now sit.
Captain who
This
doesn't
isn't-
listen to
this
our
isn't
advisors
me,
is as much of a
No,
captain.
I'll
but
follow your decision.
to counter that,
You were
is
talking about talking to them, Jeremy.
a captain needs to learn how to follow in order to lead.
I wanted to talk to them. Thank you.
what do you think?
What is your answer, Captain?
Let us convene
Oh,
privately, please. So we can look up.
May I offer
No, you
my
guys can talk.
suggestion?
Of course.
I think maybe we could check them out. They read as evil, but my senses have been kind of. I mean, I lost them for a while. They might not be too calibrated, and we could always use more trade opportunities.
What about Alana, though? We don't want to ditch her.
We're not. I mean, she's already
No,
dead. We're gonna get. I mean, she's not gonna get any deader. So,
Zolder has a plan.
Thing is, they want to stay for a while. How long is a while on their clock? I said we could stop in for a
Like a-
visit, but he want to see us like.
like a day or
Okay,
two.
from a nautical standpoint, they basically approached you at the end of high tide. So if you come in now, you'd only have to be there for the duration of the low tide, and then you can leave on the next high tide. So literally
How long
tomorrow.
though? 1 week, 2 days?
No,
Tomorrow.
tomorrow. It's
Yeah, it's like
it's
a day.
overnight.
We can spend overnight. I mean, the only thing is, I don't trust people that threaten us when we don't do what they want.
Well,
we
they
can
haven't
also defend
threatened us
ourselves
yet.
pretty well, Leo.
No, but
No,
you seem
but
to know for an answer.
Technically, kind of did.
Remember when you guys stole all those riches from me and made me leave them behind?
Oh my
Oh
god.
We could make that up here by
I'm gonna kill
trading.
you. I'm gonna
Wesley?
kill you. I'm gonna
Take a
They
step
want
back.
the ship
You are-
though.
My
They don't want-
first mate. What do you suggest?
That's exactly what they said. They want the ship.
Captain, we left with we left in haste and we couldn't necessarily pick up all of our supplies as we suggested going on to Deptford. That's an optimized situation. But if something happens between here and there, we might want to have a few extra barrels of salt pork and tack. So if nothing else, we should at least pick up the basics while we're here.
If they only want one
And if they're amicable to trade and it's a new nation, we might find ourselves with a letter of marque to be able to move against anybody we need to. In a safe haven, any safe haven in a storm.
That's what I was thinking.
Maybe we could leave somebody on the ship to like keep an eye on it.
Well, my crew, it would be Wes would come with me, Jordan would be in charge, and it would be most of the crew because it's a big ship, and then all of us.
Okay.
Most of
Maybe
the crew would
another one
stay
of
on
us?
there, and then
You
all
want to
of
come or
us
stay on
Where's
the boat?
Criv?
down below.
Oh yeah, I wasn't allowed to come up.
Okay.
I said you could come up. I said don't hurt them and don't try and kill them. He doesn't listen to me.
Maybe Kirk would stay behind.
No, I think
I need
we should all
him.
go together. I
Yes.
think we should stay together, kind of like we
I feel better if someone from one of us were taking care of the ship in case something went awry.
That's
Well, that's what Jordan's here for. We can give her
I mean-
your sending stone and keep that.
That's a good idea. That's
Well-
a good idea.
If anyone should stay with the boat, points over towards the ghost. He's the
He's
the
gonna
one
do
that
spook him to death.
You could entertain
no one likes
them.
no one likes a haunted ship, and no one likes to. This one could go through walls.
But if we have problems, it's valuable for us because he's can't be harmed like that.
Aren't you sure that he won't be the most
Okay.
suspected one? out of the
I think
guns?
doing what you said is fine. Just leave Jordan one of our sending stones, and then we can go ashore, pick up some supplies, make a list of things we need,
Talk about trading.
talk about trading. You know,
Okay, but trade what? We're not a nation.
No, but we can work for it.
we have a
We don't
ship.
need to be a
we
nation
could
like
trade
one.
some of the rum.
A captain on board her ship is a king.
I say we go. That's my vote.
She's a sovereign nation all her own when she's at water.
I have a nation that travels places.
We could trade rum for rum.
You do have some special cargo.
We're not gonna get him Callisto.
So wait a minute. When I decided to sell it, it was a bad idea. But now that Leo's deciding to sell it, it's a good idea.
Okay, I'm not selling the entire thing. I brought 2
I
bottles
was
of
gonna
wine.
sell the entire thing either.
And
And
that's
who
not
said I
even-
was going to sell the wine? I could be selling the whiskey that I
All
brought
right,
for you.
all right. They're waiting on us. What's the answer?
We all agree we're okay with this?
Yeah.
Fine.
Yeah.
I message Criv and tell him what we're doing.
I believe that we would enjoy to stay until the next tide.
By the way, Mr. Calabasa, what is the name of your nation? That means pumpkin. What is the name of your nation
What is the name of our nation?
or this area?
Well, this is Dragon Point. We are dragons, so this would be Draconia,
Draconia. Okay.
because we also are unimaginative and use names for your simple mortal tongue.
Do you have any contact with Southern Savannas?
A vessel of theirs went by some time ago. It's headed south with much haste.
That sounds about right. Okay.
So what was his name
A
again?
new chance.
Calibus.
Calabas.
Calabas.
Calabasa.
Calibos.
How do you say pumpkin?
So,
In Spanish?
How do
If
you,
it is
yeah.
all right with you,
I
I
don't know.
Do you say
myself,
cepallo or do you say
and-
calabasa?
my first mate, and
Cepallo.
I don't know.
of course my close party will come
And in
ashore.
order to show you our virtue, we would also recommend that we leave one of our hands aboard as a negotiator in kind for your crew.
I don't think we should do that.
Me neither. It's only 1 against like 30.
But if that one is a level 20 something.
You guys keep working.
Well, he's one of the. He points down at one of the lizards. He's talking about just a common brute.
Wait, this or like this?
Crooked
One
user
common
on
drink.
the snuggle button.
Sounds-
That sounds
Yeah,
pretty.
that way I'll have enough room in the vessels to take you back. That's the main thing.
Well, that sounds fair enough. I will be leaving my first mate's wife, Jordan, aboard to
Sure.
be in
Oh,
charge.
they're married? I know that.
And the rest of my crew.
So
We
put
can
one
talk
of the,
trading
put
and
one of the
such.
lizards up on board, and then and you're not going to put everybody in there. I don't think everyone will fit in the 2 boats, but you're not going
I don't think I'll fit in that boat.
Can we?
He
Wait,
sinks
I
to the-
don't. I have boats.
to. You could lower away. Yeah.
I'll lower one for you. You can row yourself.
He starts to sink the
Um,
back end of the boat.
If you could give us a moment to get our other
absolutely.
party member,
Absolutely.
Yeah, can you have me?
will be
Can I see it?
there.
He's not dangerous. You haven't kept
Can I
him
see it?
locked up for any reason.
I'm almost done.
No, of course not.
Thank you.
Wait, who's he?
Leo.
Oh,
Yes.
Get ready. Bring anything you think you need.
Can you
Nothing
hold
too threatening, but enough to where if they try to start something. Callisto, be ready. Have your thing. Okay, just stop it at that. Zolder,
Yeah. By the way, she now is almost perpetually. She'll have this little stick sticking out of the corner of her mouth because she's.
yeah.
Yeah, the whole time I'm just like sucking on something.
I want to call you Chad. Bron. Be ready. Please, none of you be threatening. Alright,
No
you-
promises.
Should we have maybe like a trigger word for if you want us to attack? You know,
Yeah, that's
something
a
like
good
Jenga. Like you scream
Bazinga.
Jenga, and we know that we get to
I
attack.
have one, but I want to get that. Good. Yes. I will tell you that in just a second. Stay here. Where is Criv?
I called them up. I called them. Criv, Luna really needs you right now.
I'll be on my way out.
Okay.
He's not fighting it this time.
I think maybe Leo and I should always not be
Okay,
like.
so when you get on board the vessel, you see 2 dragonborn and one
Climbing
lizard.
down, getting in there.
Yeah, no, just clarifying for
I think
for
we should
Kriv
have like
because
her
he hasn't
body
seen
guards
him.
while she's done there.
So they're leaving by the time I get up there.
No, two red dragonborn waited. She said to wait until you got out the rest of the crew.
I think it should
So-
be you and Wesley, because Wesley is from the crew. You two can be bodyguards.
Ah, more Boschas.
Okay. I don't know. It must be more than.
Racist.
They're different.
This is a pencil, but in my imagination, it's a dagger.
I know what I'm doing, and I'm doing it on purpose.
Yes.
Are you okay with that? Wesley and Zolder can be
I
your
like
bodyguards.
to,
Of course.
if you don't mind, I'd like to go with one of the Dragonborn. I'd like to get to know a bit more about them.
We respect these people too much.
We just met them. You hate people that are different.
I don't.
And yeah, even
I
though they're.
immediately go over to one.
I'm
of
probably
the
trying to do
Dragonborn.
it.
Don't offend them.
Let me go with them, and I'll make
You
sure.
are all. Everything
Something
that
you
you guys
need?
do reflects on me.
I'll make sure he behaves.
Nothing. Just wanted to get to know more about you and
Promise?
your culture.
Why?
No, I need you with me. I'll be
Bard.
fine.
I like
Yeah,
to tell tales.
you're also stink of goodness.
Stink of goodness. What are you talking
This
about?
one.
Smells like Axe body spray.
No. I'm talking to you.
They're making fun of.
Hardly.
Wait, what specifically? He stinks of goodness? Well, I don't trust these people at all.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, you can mumble to him what he told you.
Detective bad, but they want to do trade and they want to give us money.
So, alright, so
Money.
let me clarify this.
Money.
We're gonna go to a city with a bunch of people who don't like us
They didn't say that they
Because
didn't
they
like.
told
They
us
did. They
to.
said that they didn't like Chad.
because they told us to.
No, because
They
you're getting
asked.
get this out of context. Chad comes up to a stranger and says, "Hey, I'd like to get to know you better." That totally sounds like a hit on mine.
Oh.
And so the Dragonborn goes, I'm not
I think
interested
not
in
my
you.
good
I said
Stink
I
of
wanted
goodness.
to. I said
I want to get to know you better. Please.
Oh, okay, good.
know them and their culture better.
Yes, you will. You'll find out much. We are very proud of our nation when we get to the city.
Indeed.
Yeah. So
By all means, lead on.
I need you to stay right next to me, please. Don't hurt anybody.
I'm so tempted to
Unless
just
I
disguise myself as Crib right now.
What is Jenga?
And you, I need you to not do anything stupid.
Since
It's
when did
very
we change it to
important to
Jenga? I
me.
thought it was pineapple.
Got it?
Disguise myself as
You're
Callisto.
you're part of our. You're part of our family or group now.
But you
So.
go, take that shit to
So-
your grave.
You take that shit too.
All right.
Nothing happened.
Arcana check from anybody who's a spellcaster that's not divine.
Oh,
You on the other hand get to roll as a Constitution
What do I roll?
Who? Me or
Wisdom check.
there's a solid 20.
What do I
That's a
roll?
dirty 20.
Arcana. I'm sorry, Arcana check. Arcana check. If you can
Yeah,
cast.
that's a dirty 20.
Wait, what?
Um,
Oh. 15.
22.
Wait.
Okay.
Oh.
Straight 17.
You, when you get lowered into the smaller
20.
boat, we didn't feel it on the larger vessel, but when you feel it on the smaller one, the baleful red lights from the dragon's eyes make you feel despair. Like things are not going to go well.
Jazz music intensifies.
Wait,
Morrissey music intensifies.
Oh, okay.
Just
Guys,
because of
Okay.
his divine nature picks,
Okay.
picks up on it.
I have like
I have a bad feeling.
suddenly got a really bad feeling.
What do I pick up
I
on?
can't
Because
tell you what- I
was
can't-
a nat 20.
It really says
Oh, okay.
specify what it is. I just don't feel right.
Those who
Then
make the
that's
IQ
why
check
you are
realize
my
that the light
Are you in
on
West?
the vessel basically would give attacks against the vessel advantage. So it's like a wizard. It's like a hunter's mark for hunters.
Yeah,
This is a ground-based thing for naval combat.
I did it.
Any
Um,
kind of blow up a giant dragon skull?
I need inner circle, please. Inner circle.
that word. This is trigger word.
In that circle.
I need to speak to you all privately.
It's not
Can
an
I
inner
say
Before you
this?
get, before you get up,
It's not an inner
Yeah.
circle if everybody's in the inner circle.
This is inner. Okay, none of the other crewmates are in this, except Wes.
And the rest of the crew.
And Jordan.
Yeah.
Well, Jordan already knows. I don't have to tell.
Yes,
Actually, Wes and Jordan
Captain.
already knows.
So it's not an inner circle, it's a group
Crib,
conversation.
can I?
Yes, you may.
What is taking those guys so long?
While we're there, if anything bad happens, I want you to tell me privately before they're here if I think that we need to flee and or attack. The word is Dragonos.
I think we need to steal those lights.
It is a
But I'm
word.
more
We could steal those lights and just put them onto the ship.
Nothing.
All right.
It is a word that my mother and I made up that means help and or flee, and it's an emergency word.
What was the word?
Who's gonna go? Are we all going?
Draconis?
Dragonos.
Dragonos. Okay.
Drogo.
Are we all going?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. How long does blessing last, by the way?
blessing is 10 minutes.
Oh, never mind.
Bardic inspiration lasts until you use it.
Maybe you should inspire us just in case.
I already inspired her.
And he could technically, if it's a cantrip, he can inspire everybody one at a time over the next 6 rounds.
Okay.
Hey.
And you'd be on board the ship doing that, so you could do that on the way in. Easy enough.
All right.
So
Just
Uh,
he
Uno,
sings,
dos,
sings,
tres.
he sings a 6
I-
song.
I need
verse
something
stanza.
inspiring though. You can't just like throw it at me. I need some inspiring.
Give him a shot of
words.
whiskey.
have
No,
to-
no, you gotta sing.
verbally. You gotta verbally.
You gotta sing.
You
Okay.
can also sing. You can be a. You can sing. You can be
Free
a solo
bird.
bard.
I go up behind Crib. It's okay. Everyone else here thinks that you're useless, but I don't think you're useless. I think all of it's right here. I
Nobody
just
else
found out
thinks
what the
you're
juice.
That is
Oh my gosh!
He's a really great bard, isn't he? That's why he's got a 14 charisma instead of an 18 charisma.
That's not true.
You're sort of everything I always wanted.
all those other people, they say that you and Luna won't last.
Bullshit,
I don't
throw
believe
this
it
guy
at all.
overboard. He's embarrassed us.
Bron's just
You
really
want to go
just
swimming,
how much
Captain.
going on upstairs.
He's just trying so hard.
Yeah.
He's just trying so hard.
Leo, you are the smartest person here. Don't let anyone tell you different, okay, bud? Pinch his cheeks.
I'm being dead serious. This is very important to me. If you mess this up with your stupid gimmicks, I
wise,
will
I'm
kill
not
you.
Zolder, you have your own
It's
ship.
okay,
You can
Callisto.
bring a
The
plus
only
one.
No.
the only
listen to
person
me.
who's gonna mess this
Don't
up.
leave any bruises.
Listen
Just mentally abuse the
To
boy.
me, if you mess up in any way with your stupid nonsense, I will murder you.
Am I?
Got it?
Luna gave me permission to
It's a
rough
yes or
you
no
up.
question, asshole.
This is what Ron
Yes
really says.
Or
Don't leave
no.
much, just mental
Am I
abuse.
truly the person?
I'm gonna
who's-
punch his face. I'm gonna roll the punch.
Callisto.
Hey,
No, Callisto,
Callisto,
please,
no, 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 no,
Callisto.
no, not in front of
Can I
him.
use prestidigitation of like a little firework? Just get everyone's attention.
Yeah, as you're letting off the fireworks, you see that the Dragonborn are both standing back on.
Callisto,
Can I?
I'm not the one you
Yes
should be
or
worried
no?
about.
I'm gonna.
Can I
cast-
roll to like get all
As
of their
I'm
attention?
pointing towards Zolder, the most racist person.
you
He
don't
did
need
the
to.
fireworks. We're supposed to be paying attention to Griff.
Crib lets off fireworks. And
I
cast
can't
it
come
to
to
his-
you so that fireworks were
I don't
close.
need that as long as they're
What?
paying attention. We have things to do.
I'm trying to get them not to kill each other. I'm getting you guys situated in your boats if you just
Okay, well,
listen
let's
to
get
me.
on the island and then they can kill each other. You hold it until we get onto the island. It's not a fair fight if we're on a boat anyway.
Okay, everybody, hold hands. Let's.
Oh, good luck with that.
Okay, we're gonna be.
Everybody's holding their own hands, and nobody. No, I'm not touching you.
I go ahead. I put my arm around
Callisto.
around Crib. Let's go, bud.
All right, let's go in this caper.
All right, so we're all.
Dragonborn shake their heads.
I lean in and whisper to Crib's ear.
Put
Bet you
everybody
$5.
on-
So
put
Crib's
everybody on
gonna-
the shore.
Them two are on one of my
It's okay.
boats.
You made it across.
Bet you
Put
5
everybody
gold.
on
But you're
the
supposed to
shoreline.
be doing your.
Crib, I bet you 5 gold that Zolder's gonna mess this up.
Silence. Roll.
That's
That's a
a
20-foot
30-foot range.
We're in the same boat.
The 20. I know, but it's
So
20 feet around.
we're separate from them.
And as soon as you sail out of the 20 feet, you won't be silent anymore.
Was this yours?
You-
Oh,
Yours, right?
yes.
Yeah.
Are we done?
Yeah, we're done.
It's right
He's
here.
already out there.
Yay!
You got
Can I see?
upgraded.
Yeah. Let's go ahead,
Be careful
let's
with
go ahead and
the
show
base.
that off.
The base is still wet, so just be careful with that.
And let's turn it around. Let's go ahead and show everybody the really cool.
This is
Hey,
with
that's it.
his new armor.
Where did the model come from?
It came from Hero Forge.
Hero Forge, and you
And the-
designed it yourself?
Yes.
This is the new Loxodon line.
And the
right?
painting is done, still Blue Veil.
And the painting is done by our resident in-game painter.
And he
Chris
did a
Circuit.
fantastic job, and he's available for commissions.
And also want to mention the majority of the models you'll see today and have seen in our games are painted by Matt Unger of Mesa. So,
Oh, this is great. You did a really good job, man.
alrighty.
I'm very pleased with that.
Second one?
And put the camera back.
15?
I'm sending you catch right.
Alrighty.
I mean, not that.
So you land on the shore and you see a vessel that is arming to the teeth. You see what must be close to 50 little dragonettes. They're bipedal creatures, long spiky tails, climbing on board a vessel. In amongst most of them that are kind of a russet color, you see one that's brilliant red. His flares are a little bit different from the others, and he doesn't look like he's wanting to be there.
New munches. You want to make a new friend?
Absolutely.
They're
Hang out with these
adorable.
dragons?
I'm in heaven.
Alright, you can go have fun.
Hey, Callisto, quick question.
What?
Since we're like,
What are we
walking
preparing
over here,
for?
What
Oh,
sort
you're
of-
asking the two
Yeah.
that are with you? Oh, it's our usual methodology for sustenance is to acquire the materials from other sources. We don't want to overburden our local farmers, you know.
Those dragons are adorable.
Now, those are not quite dragons. They're called kobolds.
Kobolds?
Kobolds. Yeah.
You have to box the little box.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
You guys wouldn't happen to have pseudo dragons, don't you?
Hello. Look
They're
around you.
already flopping around. Munches is with them now.
There's dragonettes and there's a lot of lizardy flying things in the area.
You're
Both,
looking at one.
and then of course there's Nightshade.
I already know those two.
Nightshade is actually doing the cat thing and sticking her head underneath your hair. Does not want to be around us. She actually shut
Munches
her
having
head.
a party.
That's fine.
Be safe, be nice, don't hurt the other kids. No.
Prestidigitate.
If I hear from the principal
Be
again.
telling her not to hurt the other kids, though?
Okay, so the next thing you
That
notice
way
is that the
it's gonna be a good
structure
example.
looks like it's been constructed more than likely by humans or with dwarves because it's very precise in its construction. The walls, however, look like they've been daubed and wattled together. So in other words, the towers were still standing, but whatever was in between, they've replaced with a horrible equivalent of construction that they seem very proud of. As a matter of fact, there's cracks in the material. Yeah, exactly.
Is Calabas here?
Yeah,
Okay,
Calabas is
he's
right there with
leading
you.
us.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and so he walks you on towards the gate. He does explain that there's still some difficulties in our developing culture. We haven't yet established, for example, a right of succession or anything like that. So please don't suggest that we are not united because it's a very tenuous relationship, and we wouldn't want to hinder the possibility of a true nation forming out of this.
Don't do kinks.
Developing.
Kings get corrupt. Don't do kings.
We would certainly consider that as a recommendation. There are quite a few voices, as you'll see once we enter the city. I'm just warning you that you're more than welcome to take your run of the town and figure out what trade negotiations you might want to take. I wouldn't recommend departing the area of the town itself up into the hills, as Bale is still up there.
Wait, who?
Well, Bale's the shorter version of his name. It's not a name that can be spoken in English very well, but there's a black dragon who still lays claim to the area, and we're negotiating for this snippet of land.
I see. One question, Calabas. Have you heard the good
I
news
thought you were looking at me like, oh, here we go.
No.
of the Lords of the Blue Veil Cerulean?
Oh my god.
We don't even know what that word means.
Oh,
No, hang on a second. No, we're perfectly fine with it. Ish.
do you have a blue temple in your city?
Why would we do that?
Well, to spread
We're
the
we're quite happy with the way things are developing in a more egalitarian and open fashion. We haven't yet bound ourselves to anything like a veil of that nature. Although if we were going to put a stiff point on it, we might consider ourselves to be more black veil.
on your own.
I now trust them 100%.
I have two questions.
Certainly.
My first question, actually, speak to Calibus and Draconic Dragon,
Sure.
right? Yeah.
And you're going to say what?
Well, my first question is, if this is a city for dragons and dragonborns, why do you have Lashatu? Because they are not dragons.
Oh, 100% of the Lassitude are here because they have learned the fallacy of attempting to live alone in this terrain and have agreed to bond with us as the cult of the dragon is what they call themselves.
I see. For that large dragon skull right here,
Yes, the lighthouse.
yes, that I understand that was an actual dragon.
At
Yeah.
one time,
At
back in
one
the
time.
ancient times. If you realize the size of that, can you imagine how big the dragon would actually be?
Freaking
Actually-
large.
Game of Thrones big.
Yeah, gargantuan. Yes.
Do you know that dragon's name? 'Cause- and what color was it?
It was black.
Those that would know would not dare speak it in the presence of the mortals that killed it.
May I
The mortals that killed it?
may I roll for bardic knowledge?
Looking for a history check? You got
Yeah.
history? Is it
Yeah.
bubbled?
It's from just the class. It's
No, not yeah, but it's a bubbled ability. It's
Oh, it's a bubble one. No. Bard.
unless your character unless the
That's
character
that was
class,
the next one I was going to grab.
if the character class has bardic history as something, I'd be entertain that, but you have to show it to me in the rules. I'm not familiar with that. I know that the proficiency is normally something you
I
have
think
to.
it's further into the class. Let me see.
You find out you may be gaining it later or something like that, but please
Yeah.
verify that.
Do you suggest any sites we should see while we're here?
I would recommend, sir, that you try to avoid the carniceria. You're far too juicy and more
Tempting.
Actually-
Yeah.
I do get a history check because I forgot bonus proficiencies at level 3.
Did it give a bonus proficiency?
Yes, bonus proficiencies. College of Lore, you gain 3 skills of your choice. So one of them is.
Well, so when you leveled up, you didn't take them.
I
Just make
forgot
sure
to.
you-
Yeah.
Make sure you don't. You're not getting 3 extras, so make sure it's not 9.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That was
Okay.
at the beginning. So
All right. So therefore, you got to check at it. Go ahead and make it at 22.
It's 22.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
the likelihood of him knowing something about a dragonborn before the ends of the iteration is almost non-existent.
It makes sense.
The only reason why I possibly know is just because I grew up with dwarves.
It's got nothing to do with dragons.
Nope, I'm not gonna know it. I got.
So can
I
I
got
ask
11.
Calabas something?
Sure. Calabas.
Calabas. Quick question. You wouldn't happen to know a guy named Lassiter, would you?
Well, just as the ship was pulling out, he says, yeah, he was one of our newest recruits. Not very enthusiastic, lackluster. Depended too much upon the mechanical creations of men, not willing to embrace his true draconic nature.
Mm-hmm. Can I say hi to him? We have a mutual friend.
You might be able to once he's finished from the shakedown cruise he just left on.
Okay, well, let him know I'm looking for him.
Why would you be interested in a Lacertine? Are you looking for a slave? Because I can arrange one of those for you.
Oh.
No, we have a mutual friend, and I promise that we'd just say hi.
Okay. You're awfully familiar with the Lacertines. Do you know one or something?
I used to.
No.
Do you keep
I like
all,
to keep my own dealings private, if that's alright with you.
Understood. However, we should talk about possibly a preening, because I think we could definitely do something with your form.
Nothing like that.
Calabas?
Oh, what are you suggesting?
You want to mate her with
I am
somebody?
above honorable. What?
Hey, Leo.
Just let me know when Lassiter's around, alright?
Have we talked about the person that
Children don't know how to hold their tongues.
I saw it. I don't have to teach it or be taught it. It's disgusting. I hate it.
Final question.
Sure.
For your monitor, right? Lacertine, do they have, for your alliance partnership, do they have like a hut or a kind of like their own area?
Guild.
Oh, that's as far as where they live within the structure. Yes, we provide the slaves with quarters.
Oh, say that again.
We provide the Lacertine with quarters.
Okay.
Calabas, are all the Lacertine slaves in your...
No.
You
No, of
can't
course
hear
not.
what they said. They
Oh.
were speaking in Draconic.
Oh, that's right. They're talking. In
Yeah.
Do I speak Draconic?
But I would like to roll insight
Sure.
for that comment that he made.
Sure.
Woohoo, 26 health.
That's a 21 for me.
You 21?
21 for me.
Okay. Yeah. You clearly heard what he said.
And they have them as slaves.
Yeah.
You're more than welcome to go talk to them. Feel free.
Yeah, and that's what I want to do.
Sure.
I'll go.
Please don't shoot
Yeah.
you guys.
So, the way the town is set up is there are isolated groups within the nations that have agreed to support the Draconics. The dragons themselves, the Draconics, all live within the tower here. Your guide Calabas will explain to you that off to camera right are just a second. I have to blame Thursday for this. They made me use the word wrongly, so I have to think what the actual word is. They call them saparines. They're actually known as the saprazon. They're like a merfolk, but they messed it up. So they're sporzine.
Saperstein?
Saprazine is that saprazine.
From the Parks and Rec?
Saprazine.
Yeah.
Then there are over on this side are the Triton, and the Triton are basically merfolk.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Yes. And then finally a small group that are called in the vernacular they're called bullywugs,
Are they like
but
frogs?
some know them as grung.
Do they look like frogs? Or
Do I know
toads or
this?
anything?
Know the term grung? No, that's what I'm telling you. Calabas is explaining this all to you.
So those are grung.
Well, we don't call them that because that's too weird of a name. We call them bullywugs.
But in some parts of the world,
Are
they're
you
known
still
as
speaking in
grung.
Draconic?
No.
Oh, okay.
When I turn to speak to the crowd, I'm explaining everything to you.
Okay.
And
Also be aware that one of the reasons why we sent our kobold contingent to sea is that they are chronically very. Let's just say they're all thieves, and we didn't want to put your pockets at risk, so we sent the kobolds out to sea to protect you.
Oh, thank you.
Oh,
Luna.
such
we
gracious
have to- I
hosts.
really need to go speak to the grunts.
See you guys, it wasn't threatening. See you guys, it wasn't threatening.
So, this is like the other adventures in the cities. Decide where you want to go in town, and we'll put your model where you want to go, and then I'll give you the information on that part of the adventure. We are still half an hour from break.
Is
so
that
we're
like a
doing
lighthouse in the middle?
No, the lighthouse is out there at the end.
Okay.
Over here.
This crystal is there, but you don't know what it is.
Okay. I'm gonna follow you. Since I'm
I'll set my
thinking about
model
that.
like next to
Yeah.
the last routine.
I think I'll wait for.
I have a question.
These are saprosons. If you go into the last routine, you have to put them on that plate.
Before
Uh,
anybody moves, I want to speak with the group.
So yeah.
So before.
So as tour guide before you leave.
Yes. I will have to discuss trade. So you and Wes and hopefully Kriv will come with me to possibly discuss trade, but I'm not sure what in. So I don't know if they drink alcohol. If they do, then we'll definitely do that.
We
Why not peanut butter?
Okay.
I mean, we can
check to see
we
what
can
they-
start small and just say that we can offer
Just-
our courier
Well, no, not
services.
history.
Both, I mean, you have a ship,
Nature or something.
and you have people that know how to
Just see what's
fight.
around the
We can
area.
offer secure
You've been
courier.
you're just 2 miles. You're only 3 days out of
No.
Ultrasar. You know the
I'm not putting
terrain.
my bill.
Oh, I know the terrain.
You know what
Fair
the
enough.
food supplies. and
I'm
stuff.
I am okay
Uh,
with having alliances and
would-
coming when
It
needed
would be the
to help,
Yeah.
but I don't have my mom's fleet. It is just me, and then I call upon my mom and her
What would
fleet
be the-
when I'm in trouble, not when who I'm allied
What
with.
type of
is in
tree that
Fair
would go
enough.
on around it?
What about just regular couriering, like small things?
That's what I was thinking is
Yeah.
doing trade.
That's
and
custom made.
Until we have like a commodity
What's
to
That's
actually
custom
trade,
made.
Nope.
you know. we
This is
can
one of
always
our
go there.
veils.
What do you think?
What we found.
Are you coming with us?
One of our good volunteers
I'm
found
here
a
to right
bunch
now.
of different cloths. So if
The
you had a
reason we
veil
don't
choice, we could get you
continue
one
this
from a
fly,
box
the only
over
thing
here.
that I can
and
think of is
actually
our precious
represent your
cargo.
colors. In this case, I'm showing off the orange veil. Or
I don't think
or
anything that we
or-
lack too is
it's
not
actually
why, that's what I'm saying, Captain.
more of the
well,
brown.
we have
And
a
a
ship.
little
We
bit
can
of
just
gold
take
color?
things to.
Well,
and
they said
from.
this was perfect for me
Yeah, but
because it shows the
Don't you need a ship?
multifaceted nature of it
Yeah.
and my
I was saying
optimism
we can
because it's
serve as a courier service for
Do they
now
have
until we
a
have like some
library
commodity
here?
to trade.
Or
But at least we can
you'd
make our
have to
name
talk to the
known.
Dragonborn about that.
Also, I think we need a name,
all right. Well, while they're talking,
not just the
you
Borealis,
collectively,
but our,
talking.
a team name.
Team May Allen.
No.
Just kidding. Vox
We'll
Machina.
figure that out later.
Okay.
Don't want that one either. Already used.
You're coming with me. You're coming with me. Callisto, are you gonna stay with me
I
I
You want to go talk to the
and
Dragonborn?
speak trade, or do you want to speak to the
Captain?
No, I'm gonna look around.
Okay.
I actually have to go speak with the grunts.
Okay, then.
And I'll be right back, I promise.
Okay, because we don't have enough sending stones to send each of you. with a
If
sending
Leo
stone.
can come with us, which I really
You had
wish that
4
he
of them.
could,
I haven't
We
given
don't
them to
know.
yet.
I-
Or given them to me
That's
yet, 'cause
why-
they won't sit down and listen to me. so-
Kriv needs to come with us then. Although I don't know about Kriv.
I would like him to come with us.
Yeah, no, I think you should come with us.
I'll be back as soon as I can. I just
No,
gotta
I
Crib goes, I'm standing right here.
You will light anything on fire or cast darkness if you're in trouble. So if we see fire or darkness, we'll know you're in trouble.
Well, I mean, it's not. I only just set one thing on fire.
You're right. It's been a while since you've lit something on fire.
That's
You
true.
should change that today.
Can you make some kind of
Alright.
signal for us? Or?
I'm
I'll
going to go
message you.
look around
Okay.
town, if you don't mind.
Brandon, why
Please
don't you come with me?
don't
Buddy
offend-
system.
Where are you?
I have
heading
a
off
good
to?
story to tell you
Please
about
keep an eye
a
on
little
him.
boy getting separated from his parents. One
I'd
of
like
his
to hear
parents may
that
not-
later, but but I'd like to check out a few other things here. If you have that story, you can tell me on the ship later that story.
Guys, it doesn't matter that much.
Wow.
As
Wow,
long as,
Zolder?
as long as we don't do it. If he's stupid enough to run off on his own,
Okay, do you know where you guys are going so I can meet you up?
natural selection.
Why don't we meet at the center of town, like in an hour or two?
I am the reluctant,
Does that sound
most
good?
reluctant bards right now.
Callisto?
Well,
I love you and I'll
Okay.
protect you, but if
We're all
you go
gonna
off
meet
on
the
your own
center
and
of
you
town like
die,
in a
we don't
couple
know about
hours.
it.
Okay.
Okay.
We're
Yeah,
suggesting
fine,
buddy
fine.
system, but
You found your name tag
Yeah,
too?
Yeah, it turns out I put it in my book.
I
What a
told you it was in
surprising
your
place.
Oh, talk about name tags.
People
yeah.
must be getting geared up for combat because they're
Gotcha.
reaching for the name
Or
tags.
Roy,
I'm not.
we gotta talk after this so I can
I didn't even know it
make
was
you a
here.
new
I'm
name
just trying to get my
tag.
pen.
What's up? Oh, okay.
We need to talk character details so I can draw you one.
So we're all gonna meet in the center of town in a couple of hours after we do our things.
Well, yeah, for clarification,
this-
what you call the center of town is where they let the Luster team kind of sleep, so
We'll meet
it's
outside.
kind of like downtown LA.
Yeah.
Are we sleeping on shore or can we go back to sleep?
Oh, my boat's crew will gladly take you over.
Just
But our Luster team will remain on board.
of course, that's all right.
All right.
Just I like to sleep in my own bed.
Everybody be careful. Keep your wits about you, and let's.
Don't offend
Okay,
anybody.
Put your models where you're going, so I know which one where.
I don't know why you're looking
I
at me
don't-
when he's
Well,
the
no,
most
you're
racist
right
out
there.
of
He's staying with me.
Zoda, where,
So Dragonborn is next
where
to
are
the
you
tower.
Yeah.
Where are you at?
Saprason's over there.
Where are we gonna go trade? Who are you gonna talk about
Where
trade?
do we go to talk about trade? We were.
There's 3 races represented here.
Let's.
4 races
I want to
Well,
talk
the
to
Dragonborn.
our.
The Dragonborn are your number one because they're the ones who
Yeah.
are claiming the land.
I want to
Careful
talk
with the
to the
bottle,
guy
careful with the
who's talking to us
Wait,
and just kind of have
Calabas.
him lead us to a place where we can speak about
Yeah, that's a good idea.
trade.
Okay, so Calabas and they will go to this town.
And who is they?
Zolder
Okay.
And Luna.
And Kriv.
and Luna and Kriv.
All right.
And Wes is
Kriv.
with us too, but he doesn't have a model.
And Luna's with the purple.
We should get Wes
And
on.
West.
Dragon, right?
Wes looks like Kriv.
Yeah. All right. I have.
For right now.
I have
And then-
Leo and
Leo will be the with the frog people.
right here.
That's Callisto that you
The
have.
ground.
I don't have a.
This is Callisto.
Yeah.
Why did you get a model?
Callisto
Like,
wants to
super
go
cheap.
where?
They're like $4.
Just
This
in
is your
Explore
model,
Town.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. So and what about you?
So which quadrant? The Saprasson quadrant, the
That's Callisto.
Triton, the
Oh,
Grung,
Stabby.
the Lizardborn. I mean the Lizard, the Lacertine, or the Dragonborn.
Dragonborn.
Okay, so put her over just on the side here because she's going someplace else.
All right.
All right, and who didn't have a model?
Me.
Really?
Yeah.
Still haven't got a model.
I don't have that much money on me.
They're like $5 here.
All of it's going to my credit card right now to pay off.
And, yes, and there isn't anybody in this room that if you said, John, can I have a model to keep?
I'm sure I have a bard that you can have.
But I'm not like that. I don't know.
Won't be like that, fool.
Okay, no, but I'm not
Become
like
like
that either.
that.
So
No, I don't like that.
Are you gonna
things
go
like that.
outside?
Yeah.
The outside world? Can you get me like some kind of candy?
Yeah.
Just put it on.
I'm gonna use that for now.
All right. This
in my
this
purse
green
because
elf.
you left it out there. In my purse or my backpack.
Where
It's in
would
my
the
backpack.
pseudo dragons be at?
You don't get
Is it
one.
in my purse?
You don't.
I think it's in my backpack.
You wouldn't know that. You wouldn't know that at all.
Backpack.
No. Little dude would hate you.
I'm a good 90% sure it's in my backpack.
Okay, somebody's. This is pretty cool. Thank you very much. A
It's in my
Cal
pocket.
Comus. I'm not gonna say it. In fact, a Cal Comc 276 says they love the stream Winds of the West. They've been watching it, and they are going to do a custom overlay. Are going to offer us a custom overlay for the site.
Oh,
Oh,
thank you.
For the stream, and they said that our Dungeons and Dragons play is amazing.
Cool.
Thank you.
Thank you.
What's a custom mode?
Okay, so you've seen the website?
Yeah.
I mean the Twitch stream. It has a background, and this person's going to build us an overlay for it so that it'll make it look particularly nice. We get a chance to at least look at it, see what.
I like to go over
Awesome.
where the pseudo dragons are.
So they're playing along the walls. Put yourself up on the wall.
Are you gonna try and catch yourself a soda dragon?
You don't know what I'm gonna do.
Of course they don't. That's why it's terrifying. All right.
You say the word, he'll go
But
swimming.
if I know you heard sea dragon, oh.
We're not on my ship. So.
Okay. So we're going to kind of do these in a different order
yeah, your
than
turn.
expected. I need Callisto's attention as soon as she enters the place, a green and a gold approach you. Hey there. Are you like us? Or are you one of them?
What does that even mean?
These gender pirates that demand us to speak their language and use their terms. I want to know if you were with us or not. There's a growing move within the Dragonborn population that feels that the labels that mortals put on gender are no longer necessary. We just wanted to see whether you were of the same mindset. You are not from here, and so we wanted to get kind of an opinion on what you thought.
Guys, we're in California.
What do you call it?
Yeah. Well, I like they them, so yes, I guess I'm like you guys.
We found the hipsters.
Are you willing to take the extra measure?
If you need to betray my friend companions, then no.
No, not at all. Not at all. We're just saying there's a certain level of ambiguity that can be enhanced by taking a physical action.
I'm cool the way I am.
Excellent. So are we. There will be a meeting later. I just want to let you know about it. It's there's a movement afoot within this colony that's forming that's a little disturbing, and we'd like to get since we recognize that you are more open than most to discuss what that might mean. It has everything to do with what did we name that thing? The black one.
You said something about a growing movement here?
Absolutely.
What does that include?
A nation of our own. A freedom from the tyranny of the mortals. The ability to express ourselves as we deem necessary. And the elevation of our ancestors back to their rightful place.
And is that just a Dragonborn thing, or can anything with scales go, like maybe a Lacertine?
You would be surprised how many Lacertine are actually coming to our flocking to our banner, if you will.
Sounds like a cult.
You know, I think I'm all for that.
Excellent. We'll be meeting before sunset, so you'll have plenty of time to think about it. But we're going to be meeting at the Dragon Point lighthouse.
You can count on me being there.
Excellent. All right. Done with it. So, going alone, are we?
Yeah.
13-year-old, just over 13, as we pointed out last week.
Done worse. So.
Did your birthday happen to fall in the 29 days of terror?
Yeah. Actually, it did. That's why Leo didn't know he was 13 for the longest time.
And I'm the one who said, I was the first one who said happy birthday to you when we got back.
Did you have a birthday?
During the days I was missing, yeah.
Happy birthday, man.
You're not here.
He's by himself.
I take it back.
Okay, so as you're approaching the bullywugs, the ones on the outside look like they're fairly territorial. They actually have almost like a picket line formed. And as you approach, they brandish their little spears and point them at you and say, "Ribbit."
Does anybody speak common?
I'm speaking common. I said, "Ribbit."
Leo Sunborn.
Put your hands down, boy. What's wrong with you?
You have a spear.
He leans up against it. I'm an old bullywug, so what can I say about it?
Not much, apparently. Listen, I don't want to intrude, but I'm looking for somebody very important to me.
Okay, so for fuller clarification, these two lines are singing. 6-part harmony.
What's with the singing?
It's really high-pitched croaking noise. It really doesn't sound much. Doesn't sound like music to our ears, but they are very with much gusto.
Can I discern that they're trying to sing, or
I could have done
no?
it
They're
with the
actually
Robinsons.
they're just. It's
To you, it looks
it's
like
the
they're
old
having
Bud.
a ball.
You remember the old Budweiser ad?
yeah?
It's like that.
Okay, got it.
Budweiser.
I was hoping I could talk to somebody. I'm looking for somebody. My dad, and then I minor illusion, like a little image of my dad.
He blinks, turns his head, walks around a bit.
He.
What are you doing? What's with the hand?
It's a trick my dad taught me, and I pulled away.
What was it?
Magic?
No. I mean, what was it you were doing with your hand? I just saw you put out your hand.
I cast minor illusion again.
Yeah. What do you do? What is that? What are you doing?
You can't see magic.
You can't see this.
We're immune to illusion. I can't see anything.
Oh shoot. Okay. Yeah, I'm looking for a man. He's my dad. He's about 50 years old, human years.
That seems a little odd for your tastes. Why would you come to the Bullywug for that?
He told me to look for the grung.
Shh. How do you know that word?
My dad told me to look for them.
But how do you know that word?
My dad told me in a message.
How do you know that word?
I just told you. I will literally scream that word.
Well, we have to take you inside. Then we can't talk about it in public. Too many listening ears. Too many lacertine tongues.
Okay, sure. Yeah.
They motion you inside. When you get in,
Wait, before I go inside, insight check that they're not going to harm me once I go inside.
Sure, make an insight check.
Just use your dice. Natural
Use your own
one.
business.
This is the nicest somebody has treated you in this great search for your dad since Bathra, who went out of his way to try to find information for you.
So screwed, guys. Okay, we're inside.
So when you climb inside, the first thing is that the place is, for lack of a better word, moist.
Oh my gosh.
It's warm,
Humid.
and there's large egg sacs hanging from the sky, from the rafters, hanging down, and they're covered with seaweed to keep them damp. But as you're walking through, you actually have to pass by this stuff, so you're getting slapped in the face with.
And I'm back in Florida. Okay.
They're amphibians, so.
Reptiles. Amphibians or frogs?
They're frogs.
Means they can be
They're
in
frogs.
water and land.
They're
Frogs.
amphibian. That means amphibian.
They're frog people.
Or frog? Oh, they said lizards. I
No.
was gonna say that's reptile.
No, he
Yes.
said to not talk about it in front of the lizards.
Yeah. The last
Never
don't.
mind.
There are
You're valid.
too many listening ears and too many lacertine tongues because they sense with their tongues.
Okay.
Okay. When you come in, you're passing by these eggs and things like that, and what it feels like is like you're walking through a tunnel, one of those like horror house tunnels with water balloons,
gotcha.
warm water balloons hanging like grapes.
I like pull over my hood just so I can like get away from or lessen
glue or
the moist touch.
Yes.
You know, just.
Yeah, by the time you pass through, your clothes are soaked through from it.
Oh, that's gross. Okay.
And you find yourself in front of a small pool. There's a little pool in the center, and they go, why do you seek the grown?
I'm looking for my dad. I just.
Your dad is grown?
No. I haven't
Phew! We were a little worried.
Why are you guys so scared of the grown? I thought.
No, we're not afraid of them. We are them.
Well, okay. I know. Okay, you're right. I haven't seen him in 3 years, and I was able to relay a very special message to him.
Ooh, it's your father.
His name is Dalinar Sunborn, and I'm about to project minor illusion until I remember they can't see it, and I pull my hand back.
What is the ritual with your hand? That's the third time.
It's an illusion spell, and apparently you guys can't see illusion spells. I was trying to project an image of my dad. So
We pursue truth in all its forms. We do not have truck with any of that nonsense and illusions. We don't even have to. We don't even experience the concept of what do they call invisibility. We see it all.
Okay. But yeah, I'm looking for my dad.
Dalinor, does he have another name?
His last name used to be Sunsker, but then he changed it when he married my other.
Now, when you say Sunsker, you hear outside the singers. The issue is that these people's connection as a group is such that one of them whispers the word and it passes down the chain to where the people outside are now singing and they say the word Sunsker and then they stop. So they were completely singing, and then that word got into their vocabulary, and they say it one time, and it just stops. So it's like The room's just completely silent.
Yeah, they're a bad family. That's why my dad changed his name.
Why do you seek us? Frog hunter.
Frog? No. Not Frog Hunter. I only...
Your father wiped out many on the southern coast. There are but 4 clans left. He said before he was captured that he would have taken them all with him if he could.
So you see, there's a lot of Sunskers. Maybe you're talking about one of my dad's...
Delanor Sunspur?
That used to be his name. He goes by Sunborn now.
And I would hide my name if I was known as Frog Killer.
He had a troubled past.
Are you here to repay the debt then?
I'm just here to find him. I don't know what he did, but he's a good man from since then. He's changed a whole lot. He's actually scared.
When did you last see him?
3 years ago. I was 10.
Go on.
There was an attack on our city. It was wiped out. I last saw him on a bridge. We were running towards each other. The bridge collapsed. I woke up downriver. Haven't seen him since.
What was the name of his vessel?
The what?
What was the name of his vessel? I didn't stutter.
I don't know. I didn't know. I don't know. I don't know.
Find his vessel. Find its name. Find us, and we will help you find him.
Wait,
I don't know my dad's vessel.
That's a try.
Okay. Insight check.
Sure. Find the vessel.
I want to know if these guys are lying about my dad doing this.
Being the frog hunter.
Yep. Ooh. Hold on. Insight. 21.
21. Yeah, they are absolutely sincere. As a matter of fact, you have this weird memory of one of the last times you were with them. It was at a French restaurant.
Oh God!
Can I make a history check to see if I can remember the vessel that belonged to Dalinar Sunborn?
Sure.
No, that's a 6.
What was it called? Le Hippity Hop?
Can't find it.
I mean, I know the one that my other dad went on, but I can't remember his.
Find the vessel. Find us. We'll find your father. Find the vessel.
So
Find
you
us.
don't know where
We'll
he
find the
is.
father. Oh, we know. We don't share. Fine. You have to show us the truth. When you tell us the truth, then we will give you the truth. Find the vessel. Find us.
Okay, is there like a
Find your
back?
father.
Is there like a back door? I don't feel like going through that again.
Oh, you're right in the center, so whichever direction you wish to go. If you want to find the exit, you will go the way we redirect you. But we're not ready yet.
What do you mean you're not ready?
You've admitted you are the son of Frog Killer.
Yeah, and I have to go find the vessel.
Yes, but there are a few of us whose family members are particularly...
Look, a distraction! And I cast this, and I cast Dimension Door, and I just book it out of there.
darkness for a minute.
Okay, where are you dimensioning door to?
I want to
You have to go
go
someplace you know.
100 feet away from the front door.
Can you do that? I don't think so. I think
It's 500 feet.
But it's 500 feet to a place you know, right?
And I walk through the front of the building, right?
So you're going to basically run as if you're running back out the front?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
Good.
As you do, you'll notice the 2 yellow ones, when they said the word, these 2 have already drawn knives and have bled themselves.
And I'm just right there?
Well, you're running, so
Okay.
you're through them before you.
Okay.
You're actually 30 feet past it when you realize that was probably the 2 they were referring to as being the ones that more than likely lost their clans to the frog.
Got it.
I mean, they are pretty different. So.
It is 7:53. Let's go ahead and
Take a break.
well, somebody else went by themselves. Who was the other one that went by
That
himself?
was me.
Okay, then we take
Me
it.
and,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'll try to do one of them now. I'll try the other one after. Okay.
Uh,
So you went to play with the pseudo dragon.
I'm actually
right?
curious
Yeah.
about this.
Okay.
uh,
So you go up there. They're flying around. I mean, there's a lot of dragonettes. There's creatures you've never seen before. Some of them might be wyvern. Some of them might be drakes. You're not certain.
I want to get them. I want to get one of them close to me, just because I want to pet one, because they look really cool to him.
Yeah, they will intentionally stay away from you.
He pulls out some meat and some honey.
Really? You got meat on the character sheet? Have you got rations?
Rations, yeah.
Okay. Pull out some dry rats?
Yeah, and I hold it out
Mm-hmm.
to see if any of them are willing to come close to you guys.
Let's see how many show up. First wave is 2 of
Share
them.
the table.
12 plus 2 is 14. And 5 plus 2, 7. So one of them actually tries to take a bite out of it, misses. Second one actually what's your armor class?
My armor class, 13.
Okay, so it actually grabs a hold of the meat and it's basically wrapping itself around it, the whole piece of meat, like for itself.
I let go of the meat so he could have
Okay.
it.
And because you fed one of them, 6 more dive to the attack.
Armor class is 13.
Miss. Hit.
What you get for trying to be a good person?
Hit.
What did he do?
Yes.
He just tried to
Feeding
feed
the
dragon.
birds. Basically.
So 2, 10 hit points of damage as they swoop down and just go after the meat that's in your pocket. You're going basically going for your bag.
Calm down. I have more. And I pull out and hand the rest.
No, okay. So you're swarmed by 6 of them.
Oh,
And only
okay.
2 actually landed, but they're basically crawling all over you. They're 2.5 foot long, and they do have spiked tails with poison.
Oh, they're pseudo dragons, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's bad.
I go ahead and calm down. I go in my bag.
You're
grab
gonna
some
have
rations,
to calm
and-
them down. Go ahead and make your. I guess that would be persuasion.
Actually, technically, I could just do Song of Rest.
Well, then you could play Song of Rest, but you need to do an action.
All right. Song of Rest to calm them down a little bit.
Okay, attempting it. Go ahead.
Natural 20.
Okay,
Ooh.
they fly away.
They fly away.
Yeah,
All right, and
because you convince them to calm down, and they realize you don't have any meat, so they fly away.
I was gonna bring out the meat gradually and just.
Well,
They
you
are
calm them
chaotic
down so they
creatures.
think- yeah.
They see you as a food source. It's just like imagine if at the beach the
Seagulls.
seagulls didn't just wait for you to drop food, but they came over and attacked you. They would
Okay.
come for the bread. It's,
I also gained.
come for the meat, stay for the pie.
I gained 4 hit points back because it's on rest.
Oh, what?
4 hit points back because it's on rest. It gives me a beat. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna play my music and see which ones are more than willing to come up and.
They are.
Get a pet
They are.
pseudo-dragon.
These are not. These are not domesticated. They came here because of the fact that the draconic songs and such brought them here. These are not pets. by
Yeah,
any
I'm not.
stretch.
They will hurt you if you call them that.
I'm not. I'm
They're
not treating.
mean.
I'm not treating
Pet
it
'em.
like that.
Stop playing with them.
Take
It's
one
more. It's
home.
more or less calling over to them, putting food.
Cuddle with it.
Well, you bring the food out again.
Well, I'm putting it to the side this time.
You have to reach in and bring it out. You
Yeah.
bring it out. They're gonna sense
Wave it and
Well-
then put it down your shirt.
See what
And now the wave is even higher. You see 8 of them circling you now.
Put it on the put it on the side, and then step to the side.
Make a dex save.
Natural 20.
Their natural 20 will get you a lightning bolt. One of them will actually hit,
I feel like this is
and you take 5 points of
I told
damage.
you so.
Make a saving throw
Let him do
versus
what he
poison.
wants to do.
So you throw for some poison.
Instead of feeding him.
18. Well, what's the
You
save
made
throw?
You made it.
Okay.
Okay. So you took another 5 points of damage, but they're now eating the food. As soon as the food is gone, they're going to fly away again. You want to
Alright.
try to reach in there and pet them while they're eating?
The one that looks.
Yeah, there's no way to tell. When you say the one that looks like what? Nice to you?
No.
One of them will curl its head back towards you.
I'm just gonna pet.
Okay.
See.
You're right. Natural selection.
I told
Yeah,
you.
seriously.
It's like watching a documentary.
In the back of the hand for another 8 points of damage.
You're a
Bloody
bard.
ghost.
Well, dude,
Oh no!
I
Seven
know.
more points of
Which is
damage.
far?
Oh,
Which is the
7 more
dragon?
points of damage
The
and make
dragon
another saving throw.
puts them
Do you
into
know
phase.
what Pursue Dragons
What's the
do?
saving throw?
It's a Constitution saving throw and it's a
Oh.
16.
do I see this happening?
Poison
No.
Oh, well,
tail.
no, you would see a swarm of
Ten.
what's that?
10.
You will be stunned
so you
and
go to
Yeah,
poisoned.
from the distance, we're like, some poor idiot's gonna
Well,
eat him.
what's the what was the effect?
That's our 480.
Paralysis and poison.
Yes.
We don't know.
Alright.
That's what.
Can I put 2 and 2 together and figure out?
No, you can't figure out who it is
You
at all.
just see a
I'm
swarm of
I'm alive.
Oh,
I'm perfectly fine.
Sorry
It
about that.
didn't take out that much help from me.
18 points of damage.
So
And you're
bloody.
poisoned and stunned.
You're poisoned and
Perfectly
stunned.
fine.
You're getting fucked
These
up.
things, as he said,
Yeah,
they
after
are.
that, that's it.
What's
I
your
can't do
HP?
anything.
Let him.
You're like level 2, aren't you?
It doesn't. At this point, it doesn't matter. He goes to the ground. We are at break. We will handle this after.
Yeah, I'm perfectly fine.
And well, we are not because you take another D6 points of damage from the following round because they're just going to be eating you while you're paralyzed.
Griff,
I
you
thought
have
they were,
another
no, I
character
thought they
sheet?
were busy focusing.
You made yourself food.
I'll go get it.
You just now fell down and you're bled, so they're going to see you as food.
Do you have any crazy
More in a minute.
so I can cool the base of his
Is he really dead?
went ahead. He got
Okay,
tossed out.
we are back.
You really should
that
blame Zolder.
conversation later. We are back. Nycos D&D.
I'll do it later.
Winds of the West, Part 2 for the day. The Dragon Point encounters. All right. And we're going to introduce ourselves again. This time we're going to go. Say I went right last time, so we'll go left
Is there a
this
question or
time.
just?
What's that?
Is there a question? Or
Yeah, a question, but it's going to be an in-story question. So it's going to be your race, class, name, and what do you think the Dragonborn really want of you?
What?
What do the Dragonborn really want of you as a vessel?
My money.
I think they're trying to get in good with Captain Blackheart. Because.
You give your name, class, and all that. You missed that.
Uh,
I know you don't think
Bron?
you're going to be here much longer. But
Bran Ruby Eye. I am a human bard.
Such a douchebag
What do you
name.
want written on your tombstone? It's all our fault.
I think Dragonbane comes to mind.
I think I blame the group. I blame the group for all my stress. But no, I truly believe that these Dragonborn want the Blackheart name to be on their side, so that way they have a better chance at making such things like a city for themselves. And what better way to get it when working with pirates? They said kobolds were
But they also don't know that we're pirates.
Oh.
I'm laughing at
They think that we're Eldressar merchants.
Yes, there's not been any reference to
If
Blackheart
one
at all.
of you are, well,
You
I
never
said
told them. Didn't tell anybody not to say the name.
I said I was Blackheart when I introduced, but
True.
Yep.
Go ahead, Zolder, fill us in.
Hello, my name is Zolder Earthshaker. I am a pachyderm paladin, a very noble one of the Blue Veil. And I don't know what the Dragonborn want. Frankly, I don't really care. I am here with my crew, for my crew. I'm here to protect Luna. And if she wants to do some trade with them, I'm here to watch her back.
Alrighty. Callisto.
My name is Callisto. I'm a non-binary Dragonborn fighter. And I don't know. I think they want something, but I can't tell if it's good or bad. You seem pretty insistent on us staying, but I'm too excited to care, to be honest.
Yeah, maybe your feet are back on the ground.
So I play Leo Sunborn, the 13-year-old human sorcerer. Leo thinks these people are dangerous. He has seen this kind of people before. They seem very charming until they find out that you don't like them, and then they're very not charming. And he also believes that they think that they're the hero of the story when they're actually acting in corruption. So Leo's very on edge.
Kriv.
I'm sorry, what was the question?
What do you think the Dragonborn really want? But I also need to give your character name, class, race, level.
Crib Circuit, a human wizard. I don't know what they want, but I don't think it's good, whatever it is.
That's why Dalinar Sunborn took him out.
I think Dalinar's a bad person, but I think these
you're
guys
full
might be
of
bad
crap.
people too. I think it's a case of two groups of bad people taking each other out.
I am Luna Blackheart, and I believe that I think at first they were questioning why there was a ship offshore in front of them, and then they saw the merchant flag and thought, we're trying to be a nation, so let's trade.
Alrighty.
Hello, I am Shepherd. Vadam. I am a elemental ethereal Lashitine. And what do I think? I believe that this cult is what I believe that they are. They want Luna's Borealis ship to add to their repertoire to, it's like a flying ship, so they can use it to easily complete their objectives. So that's what I believe.
Alrighty. So, at this instant, while we don't know the actual denouement of the pseudo-dragon incident, let's move on to the next, which would be the majority who have come to the Dragonborn Hall.
Actually,
Oh.
yeah, he's the last one. That's not there. The group.
Oh, that's not what the group. Okay.
I was
So yeah. So when you appear near the Lacertine encampments, you see a look of wonder on their faces. They all basically start whispering and nudging to each other and pointing at you, to the point where literally the hundreds of Lacertine are all standing and looking in your direction.
You guys act like you never saw a Lacertine before. Is it because I'm from a different clan than you? I am Marine Lacertine. I understand that you guys are... The fuck are they again? Oh, shit, I forgot. Monitored Lacertines.
Is it? I believe it is. It could be. They all start dropping to one knee. Starting at the outer rings and looking inward as they all...
Black Jesus.
Hold on.
I know exactly what happened.
Hold on now. Why are you all kneeling? I am... Well, just for clarification,
You've come back.
He mated the most women.
who?
You've come back.
Do we see it?
I...
Are we on
No.
That I understand, but I don't know any of you people.
Pathra.
Oh shit.
Pathra.
Everybody, so you know...
They're,
What do you
they're
know
all
of...
chanting. They're all chanting your name.
What do you know of Basra? What did Basra do?
It's not what he did. It's what he will do. You will free us.
Bunch of lizard ladies is what he did. Oh.
Liberator.
That's what I came here to tell you guys.
Lover.
No Lacertine should be in chains like this.
We're not in chains.
Uh,
We are bound. We are bound to the destiny of the dragon. The fact that we are here, we know you are here to save us,
and
and that means you're here to help us redeem the dragons.
not redeem the dragons.
Redeem the dragons.
You should follow your own.
Redeem the dragons. After it calms down a bit, they stop and...
You should. Am I proficient in first? No, I'm not. Fuck.
Language.
I'm sorry about that.
PG rating,
Oh,
PG
please.
rating.
Just saying, you should follow your own paths and
We are.
make your own fate, and don't let destiny decide for you. I'm gonna roll.
It has been foreseen. The old ones have told us.
Who are the old ones, per se? Are they here in the village, by any chance?
No, they all turn and point to the mountains.
What's the name of that mountain that you're pointing to?
Oh, we're pointing at the Silver Blade chain of mountains.
Okay. You know,
It's actually from where you are. It's this mountain range right here.
okay.
Goes in the stream. Can't probably show this to you very well, but it's right there.
Okay.
The inland coast of Eldrasar, between Eldrasar and Corum.
Okay. Okay. These people, these dragons treat you like slaves.
No,
They
they are positioned exactly where they should be.
You're content with
Of
their
course we are.
treatment of you like
Of course we are. Life is what it is. Life is nothing that you choose. You should know this. You have at least one of our number among you.
Okay. Okay. Well, if you're,
We
if
speak,
this
of course,
is
we're speaking, of course, of the Orange Veil that you have among you. We saw him at the party. We know his true self.
You thought you spoke with Larry.
Take off that mask,
You're
Lizard Man.
These people think you're in some weird stuff, man.
You know
Weird
what?
kinky
Yeah,
stuff,
let's do
man.
it. My pants are already off.
Oh no! Put him back off.
Or so you actually get up in the morning and paint your legs black? Is that what you're saying?
Did you do this? Okay.
We don't even sleep
Okay,
in the
so
same.
the inside
We
joke,
don't
just so
ever
you
sleep
know,
with them. We only have lizards.
Jeremy's model for Kriv is actually wearing a robe and shoes. You don't see any pants, if you will. And so he determined that he was not going to let his character be seen that way, so he's painted hose on there by painting them black. But we're now making the joke that no, he actually indeed gets up every morning and pulls out some pine tar and paints his legs black. Just up above the knees.
Just
so
at the
that-
knees, yeah.
Exactly, so they don't show.
I'm always ready for a party.
He is Orangevale.
One last question before I
I
head
want
out.
to divorce an elder son.
Your clan align yourself with these
It's like 10.
dragon cults.
Oh, there are many from many different clans. I believe we have several of your own clan here among us.
Of the Coast Haven clan?
Of course. Coast Haven is just up the coastline away. It's from here, or down the coastline here, across the Blackwater.
Okay. Thank you. But my question is, what's your end game? What will the dragon will bring you?
The dragon will free us.
Why not just free yourself right now?
The dragon will free us.
They're on a loop.
You guys are heavily indoctrinated.
I don't know why you say that. We chose our path.
You chose your path, yes.
From the egg, we have chosen our path.
Alright. And I'm not your messiah. So, I'm not your
You will like fate or not, you will rescue us.
Yes.
It is foreseen.
Black Jesus.
I'll walk away. And I will go and sit down in a quiet spot, meditate on my fine familiar.
He's not the
And I'll
Messiah. He's
end my turn.
Okay. All right. So the rest of you go in, and the Dragonborn leads you into a room, and they're coiled up on the main floor, about 18 feet in length, is a dragon,
Black.
black dragon.
Oh, how big is it?
It's 18 feet long.
Oh, 18 feet long?
Like coiled.
Yeah, it's just curled up over. It's actually curled around a single chest.
I turn to Calibus. So I've
Wait,
never.
did you get here? Oh yeah, he
No,
ran.
yeah. Well, no, he's not here yet. You gotta
Oh,
get
you're not
them.
here yet.
I thought we met together in the center.
No,
That's after they get to
that's
the
after.
connect
Okay,
yet.
I thought we all met up
Then
there.
no. That was just the three of them
Gotcha.
And West.
and Wes. Oh yes, may I present to you the soon-to-be king? Oh, you chose the word king to be too strong. We might go with emperor.
Grand Poobah.
Poobah? No,
Grand
no,
Poobah.
that's clearly an elephantine term. We'll relent that to your people. I believe it doesn't much matter. As you see, it's currently slumbering, and we don't want to interfere with it. But I wanted you to see that we have already made our first steps towards establishing ourselves by breeding and successfully impressing one of the gray rocks we found in the mountains.
What are your main trade commodities here? If I may be as bold as to start.
Oh, certainly. Well, we intend on doing a fairly brisk trade in lacertines and liparines. They're relatively easy to gather.
Lacertines and lipkins?
Liparines.
Do you, we unfortunately are not interested in trading in.
Oh, no, I didn't anticipate that you would. I simply want to give you a letter of marque so that you can protect our coastline. we can't operate a business this big, this close to Eldrasar without some kind of protection.
I only have the one ship, and I
I totally understand, and it's simply a letter of marque. It allows you to take prize. Certainly, somebody with the vessel signature, the length of your vessel, the size and composition of the weapons that we could see from the outside, the fact that you've even got the gun doors on the side of the vessel suggests that you have at least a little bit of a bite in that little thing.
Aye, yes.
And so we would just offer the opportunity to take prize as necessary to begin somewhat of a defense of our coastline, since we are
if I may,
so close to Eldersor.
I'm sorry.
Sure.
I don't know if you would want to sully your name by trading in sentient beings. I don't think you want to be known as a slave trader or being associated with slave traders.
She's a pirate.
Pirate is still much better than slave trader.
Even Jack Sparrow.
Pirates back to the slave trade all the way through.
Jack Sparrow actually
People
released
aren't
the
cargo,
slaves.
man.
They worked for the English who were visibly moving.
Yeah, but I mean that's real life.
Yeah,
And here,
that's true.
you don't. I would suggest that you don't sully yourself by necessarily entering into that kind of agreement. But maybe we can do some other kind of business with them. But it's your call.
This is my.
Too bad Leo wasn't here. His respect would have gone.
Give me a second while I think of the word. I had it.
Just remember this, guys. You all have a bardic inspiration.
That's true.
This is my chief bargaining master, so I do listen to what he has to say.
We do have a very fast and able ship. Would you be in need of courier services?
Well, that could be that could be accomplished. I don't anticipate though that you'd want to take the ranges necessary to accomplish the jobs we might have for you. That doesn't mean we're not open to it later. I can certainly consider putting together what is it in your parlance?
Contract?
There's a term for it. You've purchased them before. Out of character.
Bounty?
You've purchased, yes. I could work out a bounty for the retrieval of certain things.
That
As-
sounds much more appropriate to what my ship does.
Well, for clarification, though, those are only paid when the said items
They are brought back,
to you.
of course.
And those items in question are not sentient people or beings. Am I right?
I don't. No, of course not.
Okay.
We wouldn't trade in these in any case. This is actually, if you will, a matter of liberty. As we've already mentioned, we are of the Black Veil, and we are about the freedoms of all beings to make their own decisions.
Then I am of the Blue Veil, and I stand for justice. So.
I can see why. I can see you might have been confused when I said that we trade in leporines and lacertines, but these are all voluntary workforces that have come to us willfully, and we even have signed documentation to validate that claim.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, if nothing else, you might be useful in validating contracts for us in other places.
We'll definitely take that into consideration.
I think that it would be best to be bounty trade partners.
Oh, excellent. I'd be glad to provide you guys with work from time to time. I wouldn't recommend abandoning your vessel so quickly, though.
Abandoning the vessel?
Well, yes, it didn't take very long for the kobolds to take possession of the rest of your vessel. You saw them leaving the port.
You said they were leaving for our protection.
They are. And now that we've made an agreement and we can put this into ink, I'll be glad to liberate your vessel.
They want to steal your boat.
No, we don't want her boat. And you're not
They
even
did it
here.
for.
They did it to make as an
to make
insurance
sure
policy to make sure we got a
that
contract
the
that you guys would do
contract's
work for us.
I know.
And since this has been taken care of, I'm sure that Calabas will be able to escort you back in the morning. You can go ahead and enjoy
I'm sorry.
I'm saying you can enjoy the rest of the night and evening, enjoying our festivals and parties and such.
For future, we can consider your city a safe harbor for us to stop and replenish.
We don't have a harbor. If you didn't notice, you're off the coast of a continent.
And,
You're in deep water, as a matter of fact, if
It
I
was
recall.
a figure of speech. It's a safe haven.
The city is definitely safe haven.
Okay.
do realize, of course, that in such kind of cases as you come back, we will want to establish the same protocols, which means fundamentally, in order to maintain your security, you'll surrender your vessel to us when you arrive. Make it simpler than this time, so we didn't have to take the subterfuge of sending out the landing group. There were only a few minor injuries, and our shaman have already taken care of repairing the damage.
Okay, well,
They're
that's
good
that.
pirates. You guys would be great pirates.
Blessings of the Blue Lord be upon you.
I was told by Calabas that
He's just
because
standing right beside you going, hello?
we were able to take our boats back to the ship,
Oh,
but
certainly.
leave the last routine on there. So
Certainly, just realize that rowing against the tide like it would be right now will be rather difficult to make it to your vessel.
We'll wait till low tide.
that's tomorrow.
Yeah,
Meaning
that's-
we have to sleep here.
I think that'll be okay. They give it well, I think it'll be okay, but it's
Yeah,
your
you'll
call.
have to find out from the rest of your crew what's going on when you leave this meeting. Is there anything else we could provide you? We have fairly agile messengers if you wish to send word to any part of the world.
We have a set meeting point with our group later. But
Sure.
you have any part of the world you said?
I like that. That was great. Yes, as a matter of fact, I've got.
Oh,
You were mentioning the southern passages, and I do have a courier that is set to go to Swarthier.
yeah. I have a cousin named Babar. Can I type out a message?
Oh, that's interesting. The last I heard from Babar, and it's really surprising. What a surprise! Yeah, the last time we spoke with Babar, he was in Eldrasar. He's left Eldrasar?
Last time I figured he was going to leave when the storm got there.
There's a storm there?
Well, what do you call them?
Orcs.
Orcs.
Look.
Rook. Yeah, sorry.
When did they land?
A couple days ago.
Oh.
That's what I mean. One of the main reasons.
Oh. Oof. Well, if he didn't leave before then, I don't think he's left Eldrasar.
Okay. In which case,
Anything else from me?
do we need to send a message to anybody? Your mom, maybe?
I was about to say I'd like to send a letter to Port Deptford, let them know of our arrival soon.
Oh, you headed for Deptford.
My home, yes.
Ah. Oh, you happen to know the Blackhearts?
Funny enough, I do.
Oh. If you ever get a chance, you should really spend some time with that Captain Blackheart. She knows how to throw a really mean party.
So I've heard.
She also can make the passage from here to the city. What's the name of the city? Yeah, she can make the passage from here she can make the passage from Port Deptford to Tircoon in less than 2 weeks across Blackwater. That's an amazing feat.
I've heard she's just
And
amazing.
Do you have can you suggest accommodation, or can you provide accommodation for us for the night?
Oh,
Depends on the
well,
beach would be
based
good.
on station, I certainly have a place for your young Red that travels with you. The rest of you will more than likely find accommodation in the Lacertine quarter. I wouldn't recommend anyone going anywhere near the sappers in camp, though. They tend to be kidnappers. Just to let
Would
know.
you mind if I set sort of a camp on the beach? I like to, when I can, sleep on the
Well,
sand.
just realize the tide will be moving in before dawn, so.
That'll wake me up.
Before you go.
Okay. Anything else?
No, that's about it.
Okay. If you have any questions, of course, all you have to do is have your Red call out Calabas's name, and he'll be there immediately.
Thank you.
Thank you. Griv, you have nothing to say?
No.
Been taking notes back there, Maverick.
Do you trust these? I mean, this is.
Yeah, now you're.
Okay.
Do you trust these people?
No, not really. But I don't trust pirates either, and I have a lot of trust in them. If we started trusting people we don't like and do business with, especially pirates, what kind of fun would that be?
I surprisingly trust these people because they're very open about their shadiness.
That's
How far off the coast is the?
I trust them to be shady.
The boat's
No,
about a league, so 20,000 feet?
20,000 leagues.
No. A league is roughly 1,000 meters.
I thought you said 20. I thought you said 20,000 leagues. I'm sorry. So that's
Honestly.
deep.
No,
The ones that you
that's
have
about
to
one.
not trust are the trustworthy ones, but you can always trust the untrustworthy to do something stupid, and you can always trust in that.
That sounds good.
So you can always trust good old
You guys have to speak a little bit louder. It's a
You
microphone.
don't trust the trustworthy ones. Trust
So what's
the-
Bran doing?
What's
Running around like.
Do you hear that?
I'm
So,
pretty sure just getting dragged.
Are
on
we
the
kind of
ground by
like back
someone.
together without Bran?
I think we probably met up with
Callisto
Leo,
is
right?
not doing anything.
Yeah, Callisto's still.
What
Callisto's
time
still
of day is it,
back.
by the way?
Well, that's what I was asking.
It was,
Was it
it was
meeting
it was
time?
late afternoon.
So we do.
So,
So after talking to those guys, what did you want to do?
I'm just going to start heading towards that lighthouse and be ready for the thing.
It's not a. It's a. What do you call it?
We
Tower?
It's
agreed
the
to
tower.
meet after
Oh.
we're done.
The lighthouse
first,
is there.
I'm going to meet with them and then.
Right. So
Okay.
Callisto is there at
Okay.
their central meeting place. So everybody is back
Except Bran.
except for Bran.
Well, it's meeting time. Bran's not here.
Should we? Do you have like locate person?
About this time, though, trotting
I'll
towards
let you
you
know.
would be two Lacertine carrying a what do you call a two-person gurney? What's that called?
Gurney.
Paladin.
Stretcher?
Palanquin. Palanquin.
No. It's the word for stretcher, but it's another word. I can't really think of it. Anyway,
Gurney?
no. There's actually a word that was used in World War I. I can't remember what it's called.
Tourniquet. No.
Stretcher. Trampoline.
Hammock?
Stretcher came around when we had elastic. Before we had elastic.
Banana.
Fred, doesn't
Body-
matter.
body bag?
They bring her out
I have lots.
and deposit her.
Him.
Deposit him. He is bandaged from head to toe. You actually made it into death saves before they got to you.
Dually.
Litter was the word I was looking for. Thank you. I knew there was
Found
a word.
him.
Thesauruses.
I
Thank you,
found him,
Thesaurus.
guys.
You're on death saves.
If you had one job, was not to embarrass us.
He is mauled. He just there's
I found
scratches
him.
and scars all over.
I got this.
Guys,
And I
we
pull out
found
one of my
No,
healing
isn't he
potions.
already healed?
I
Yeah,
got
he-
this. I pulled the revolver.
No, he's at one. He's at
Oh,
one hit
okay,
point.
so-
No. I'm sorry. He's at one hit point. So.
Do you want me, should I tell me to heal him?
I place my
Yeah,
hand
just
on
the
myself and cast
Just kidding.
healing word.
I actually kneel down next to him and I'm just
Like,
like,
when I cure wounds.
buddy system.
Where?
I'd argue
No,
actually
we're
that you
down-
can't currently
elsewhere.
cast
Oh, okay.
because your damage to your face is such as that you can't actually sing because you've gotten chew marks in the side of your cheeks.
I think
So
he
it's
has a
all-
broken jaw, guys.
It's not so much that; it's just all tore up.
He can't tell us stories.
Oh,
A tear.
No.
Captain, do you want me to heal him?
If you can, yeah. Might as well.
I'm gonna lay hands. How many HP points do you have total?
Well, I was only at, I have 26.
Okay, so I'll heal you back to 26.
26. I can breathe. I can feel. I can fight.
Alright,
Yeah, one leg is 5,000 feet, 5,000 meters. So it's 1,500. So it's close to 20,000 feet.
So I don't know what happened to you, but I frankly don't want to know. You stick with us now.
Ron, I will babysit you.
He's got. Well, you can
Yeah,
see
the
he's got
13-year-old's
stinger
telling you
marks
that.
and bites all over him.
You will follow Leo, and Leo will take care of you.
I need to go and try and find a library.
No!
You lost that privilege when you started getting eaten by dinosaurs.
You
So,
may look through
finding
the
a book.
You're
selection.
grounded.
What
So
book
finding
do
a
you,
No
book.
stories
what
for a
book-
week.
What book do you need?
I'll find the book when I find the book.
What
Why
book do
need
you
to know?
need?
Okay.
Can I take back my healing?
I
Okay,
look towards
Ron.
Crib. I look towards Crib. just.
I can't help you.
I'm trying to
Ron,
help you.
If I tell you a secret, will you
Promise not
tell
to
us
tell?
what book you need?
Why do I need to know any of
Because
your
you're a bard and you like
secrets?
secrets.
You're,
And I'm pretty sure you're part of that like
you're a
secret.
child and going through the age of puberty. Your biggest secret is you having a crush on Luna.
No, you know I don't have a crush on you.
You know, I
I
believe
know,
it
you're like
actually.
little brother.
Okay.
Thank you.
I believe it.
I am his big sister.
So at this
Thank you very
moment,
much.
Callisto comes running up to them. Hey guys, what's going on?
Where you been?
Why the hell is she so chipper?
I owe you nothing.
Okay.
What about him?
He almost died.
What did I say?
He tried to pet the
dinosaurs.
dragons.
You don't know that?
And you survived?
Oh.
You don't know
No, they came and told us what happened.
No.
Yeah.
You guys just they didn't say.
You
he
have
said-
bite and sting marks
That's
all
what he
over
said
you.
when he dropped
Yeah,
out.
Yeah,
but
just bite and sting marks. There's no clarification on how he got them.
Okay.
Yeah.
You would
The
you would
didn't
know
say?
with Munch's sitting on his shoulder. Munch could tell you that by looking at the bite marks and that, but you don't
got mauled
physically
by a
know.
bunch of
And he didn't-
dragons.
none of them told you. They just deposited the body.
I look at him. You got mauled by a bunch of dragons, you dumbass. Am I wrong? Dare you deny it? What did I say? I said do not make us look bad. That is important for us to be here. And what do?
Make us look bad? Sorry.
I'm sorry,
Next
but
time Zola draws you over, I ain't doing that.
Ron, we're trying to make you a part of this team, okay? But you keep going on by yourself, and you almost died.
why should I trust a group of pirates?
Then stay here. I mean, if you're not gonna trust us,
Nope, I
why
won't.
are you with us?
Make a 2 saving throws, please, versus Constitution.
Constitution. Oh no. It's okay. I have high Constitution save. 18 plus 7 is 20.
That makes the first one.
23, I think.
Constitution is
Use my name tag.
No, just him. Just him.
That's a natural one. 15.
I have something
Okay.
to say to you.
All of a sudden, you take 2 points of damage in the side of your leg, and you see the 2 yellow grung you saw earlier now moving towards you.
Initiative.
now. What did you do?
I take out the thing. You have 2 seconds to walk away, guys.
Don't,
you guys
guys,
wanna
don't start
I'm gonna
fighting.
use. Well, they just hit Leo.
They
No,
did.
no,
They shot him with- shot him with darts.
One.
Yes, I'm
Dude.
assuming that
Oh, I'm gonna give him a
he
fucking
started a
warning.
fight.
Do
I'm
I notice
assuming
this
that
as
he
well?
started. That
You
he
just
started
saw
to
him
fight
get
with
hit,
them, 'cause
yeah.
I don't know what
No,
happened.
I did not start a
Okay.
fight.
I'm not gonna give him
They're
something to
mad
like, but it's gonna be
because
something
my
that's
dad destroyed their
I
clan.
think
because
it's
they tried
time to roll
take
initiative,
people in.
unfortunately.
Oh, come on.
God, you guys.
I'd like
What?
to
What?
step just away
What?
from
Roll for
this.
initiative.
I wanna be yelling at Bron.
Is there just 2 frogs?
You
No, I have something I want to say to you. Not necessarily
Are there
yelling.
2 grungs?
There are 2 grungs leading the rest.
Are there any
How
dragon?
many?
There are 10 on the field.
Are there any
Great.
dragonborn around us?
There are
What is
no
this?
dragonborn around you. It's after
Uh,
dusk.
Initiative.
How far away are they?
They're less than 30 feet.
Less than 30?
Yeah, they had
Okay.
to be in order to use blow darts.
So we can either open up with a threat, or I can just cook them all and we have frogs. for
Let's
dinner.
just warn them first. That way we don't have. No, we can defend ourselves when we see why we killed them.
Bron? 'Cause I don't wanna
What'd you
mess up
roll?
this party
You
again.
got a
18.
18. What'd you get?
It's a
7.
I got a 6.
Okay.
Shepard got a 6.
I got a 1.
Wow.
I know.
Ah, so that's what you use your
Wait,
dice for.
thank
Callisto.
Oh, that's clever.
I got a 21.
I got a 14.
I
always
got a
wondered why you
nat
put your dice
20,
like that.
22 with my
Good
modifier.
job.
And Luna got a what?
14.
14. Alrighty.
The furry's there.
We're good to go. Kriv, your action was
I'm
to.
dishonest. And a
Um,
You
dishonest
called out
man.
whether or not you asked
You can
whether
always
you
trust to
should
be dishonest.
warn them or roast them, and
Honestly,
they
it's
said
the
warn them. What do you do?
honest
I'm
You want to
gonna
watch out
interpose
for it.
myself between them and Leo,
Because you never know
and
when
I'm
they're
gonna
going to do
use
something incredibly
prestidigitation to
stupid.
make a massive thing of fire appear in my hand.
Oh, fuck.
I want to hold it menacingly.
Mhm.
This is gonna hurt.
This is hysterical, but what you know. This is hysterical. Leo, action.
I use my bonus action to summon Ronan right next to me.
Okay.
6 foot black dire wolf appears. And I just go.
Oh, wait.
Check to see whether or not he's an illusion. The spell's an illusion state.
It's not an illusion. I summon him from.
Oh, it's an ability.
Yeah.
That's
well, kind of looking at Luna right now, just going.
And I look at the frogs and I just go, walk away.
They're threatening. They haven't done anything yet. I can't yell at them.
The attack, the attack to Leo.
They have already.
I assume that Leo started something. Because he didn't say anything otherwise.
I thought you said you trusted me.
I only.
No, I do, but
I only
start things
fed
from
pseudo
here.
dragons.
Not true.
One of them says
Yeah.
he brings the dog just like his sire.
Okay, I don't know who his sire is, and it's not my dad. My dad didn't know magic. My dad didn't know magic.
Maybe he left the dog.
But he could have had a dog.
Could have had a dog.
That might be why he thought of creating Ronin. You remember the dog from when you were a kid.
Okay.
We named the dog Indiana, but you named him Ronin.
And then, as my bonus action, I'm just going to summon Shadow Blade, but I'm not going to use it.
Okay, and they throw darts. I mean, they shoot darts. That's a 19. And
I cast Shield on myself as they try to hit me.
Okay, what does that do?
That gives +5 to my AC.
Okay, so the next one is a 21.
They both miss. Wait, 21?
Wait, so
no, that one needs.
if I'm interposing myself,
Okay, so you act as light cover,
right?
so you decrease his armor class by 1.
Okay.
Also, then that misses. My armor class is 21 with Shield on.
Okay, that means it does have a chance to hit you because he
That's fine.
and the hit on you is a nat 20. So go ahead and make your it'll be a Constitution save
I
of
think you have
19.
advantage because Ronan is right next to you. Hold on, let me double check.
No, he's in front of you.
How close are they?
They're less than 30 feet away. The first two are the ones that are doing all the damage so far. The rest of the grung are like go
That's
watching
an
back.
Or 15.
What's that?
15.
Against a 19, so you missed. So this is that wonderful jungle poison we've seen in all the movies. I can't think of what it's called right this second, but it's the one that puts you down. It's as if you're in death saves.
Get behind me. I'm immune to poison.
You say that and he falls. Literally, he goes, damn, you only took 1 point of damage. That's not so bad. Flunk.
Oh, great.
The Parks and Rec. Come to me.
Somebody bring me back up real quick because I'm.
The grunt look past him and say, that one
Correct.
is your fault. We'll add this to your blood count.
Somebody just get me back up.
I'm gonna effing destroy you guys.
Luna's Zolder's action.
I step right. I'm blocking Luna, so like I'm serving as a shield to Luna, and I ask her permission to take these guys out.
Can someone like get me up real quick?
You want my
Yeah.
Explain bardic inspiration to me.
What's that?
You get an extra D6
Cure crit.
On-
He's on
on one roll.
Are you?
Not
You
what
pick
else?
when it rolls.
I think you
And
got
it
like
can't
one
be used on the
death-
attack,
one,
right?
hit-
No, it can't be
I'm
used on
in
skills.
death saves.
Can be
You're in
used
death
on
saves?
attack, but it can't be
Think
used
so,
on
yeah.
damage.
Is he in death saves?
What's that?
Is he in
You
death
said,
saves?
what? Am I in death saves or?
No, I said you're as if you went through death saves. You're at 0. It literally puts you down. I'm trying to think of what they call it. There's a name for the kind of poison. Again, with Mr. Thesaurus here, and go look it up. But it's the Karari.
Karari.
It puts you down as if you're in a coma. So everyone's going to read you as dead.
Can I heal him?
What's that?
Yeah,
He hit
thank
the
you.
ground. So you try to heal hit points, and that doesn't do anything.
Okay. Well, then I'm
You're
gonna
poisoned.
attack.
But the thing is that you had 1 point of damage. So when he does the heal, he successfully heals for the 1 point of damage. So to him, it's as if you didn't. He doesn't know that it's next. I mean, you got hit by a dart, so he's going to figure out that it's poison. But in the first action to try to heal you, just healing hit points won't bring you back.
Okay. So that was my first
That was
action.
your first action.
Second action, I'm gonna attack one of those.
So you're going to step forward because they're 30 feet away. You have to move into them.
Yeah, I'm gonna move into. Well, I'm gonna stay behind and I'm gonna cover Luna, but I'm gonna throw a javelin at one of them.
Okay, so it was a bonus action to do the healing word? Or was that
Well,
an action?
it was an action, so
So therefore you don't have the action to, your high level,
Yeah.
that's right. Extra attack, they call it. Yeah. Nice! I saw that from all the way over here. Those are wonderful dice you bought. Those lapis lazuli.
That's enough out of you.
It was the nat 1.
Oh.
You can re-roll if you want to use your name tag.
Don't I re-roll once because of a double? No, but it's the
No,
same.
that's
No,
damage.
not on the attack.
All right, I'm gonna use my name tag.
There we go. Or you can back it up with another one just for the fun of it.
17.
17? Okay, you actually, no, you still miss. I'm sorry. 18's their armor class.
Okay.
Armor class 18.
Yeah, they're very spry little froggies.
Oh.
All right, Luna.
What do I see now?
You see two little toads that are pointing and insulting him, suggesting that it's his fault, he's to blame, he should take his punishment. When he goes down, they turn to him and say, this one gets added to your blood count.
I don't think I have it.
Cantrip.
No, I have produce one.
Yeah, produce one.
You didn't, by the way, you never told these guys are immune
It's
to
not like
magic,
an A or E effect. It's just
No.
like a
These
single
guys are immune
target
to
damage.
magic, right?
They're immune to illusions. They cannot
Okay.
see
You
illusions.
know the name of the fucking leader. Call them out. Tell them to stop this.
That's good.
Callisto. I need you to call. Oh crap! What's his name? Ah,
You know his name.
Calabas. I need you to call him. We need help.
Will he help
This
us?
is
You have to call him. Yes.
Can I do
I
that
mean,
now?
maybe.
It's my turn.
Well, it's just verbal. And she's using her action to ask you to call her. So you just shout it.
Okay. I scream in Draconis. Calabas!
Wait.
Oh.
Over there.
Ha! I just wanted you to see that it's Calabas. See? He shows up. What is it, chosen one?
Anyway, we got these guys on us. Can you tell them to shoot?
He looks around. He goes, "What? Our allies, the bullywugs?"
Whatever they are, they're attacking my party. We don't want to deal with this. Can you kindly ask him to leave?
As soon as you say that, he's going to roar. Bran, action.
Huh? Oh, I'm not getting involved in this. This is not my. This is.
God,
Why do we keep this guy around?
So we like Matt.
Well, he already. If the one thing he could have done is his calm thing, but I think he already used it for the
I
day.
already used it.
It's true.
Try to calm down
don't you
the
have
And if
lizards.
I have sleep, but the thing is,
It'll
Go after the lowest level
So the
character,
lowest-
and it may not get them.
yeah.
Sleep is traditionally a spell used at lower levels because it's so effective against lower level guys. But now that you guys are moderately leveled, more than likely these things won't necessarily be knocked down by it. You might
Yeah.
get one of them.
Got it.
So, as of right now, it's. I have no say in this. They're after
so
Leo.
throw up
for
your
some
hands.
reason.
Shep, your action.
Yeah.
Alright, this is what I'm gonna do. First thing, I will use my movement speed to go 15 feet into the air. Next, because since I'm like around my Lobster Team people.
This is you.
No, that's Leo.
Where's your model?
Right here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Got confused.
Oh my gosh, did it break?
No.
Okay.
No. My stuff's pretty much indestructible.
Okay.
Oh no. this
What I'm
feels like
gonna do
glass.
is that
It's
I'm gonna
ceramic.
use my
I have
action.
It's resin. Yeah.
What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna use my action to speak to my Lobster Team people to see is that they, is
So you're
to see
shouting-
that
shouting
they're
the
gonna
Lobster
help
Team
us
around?
because we are heavily outnumbered. I would say that your savior, as you would call me, needs your help in fighting these ruffians right here.
Okay.
I will roll. I do not have persuasion, but I do have intimidation.
Go. So you're gonna try to scare your. That's what intimidation does. Is
Persuasion.
It tries to scare them.
Just persuasion.
I don't have. I'm not
Just-
proficient.
Okay, you can make it as a straight check, but it'll be at your base without any proficiency.
Yeah.
Just try persuasion.
You have your bardic inspiration. So,
Yeah.
You have the extra
Yeah, but-
d6 for that.
All of you still have it.
All right.
And you have your name tag. Don't forget.
D6. D6.
Oh, D6.
Yeah.
Okay. That's a 17.
17. He makes his appeal. The Lacertine, which are all over here, turn and look at you, and then you say, "We must fight against these ruffians,"
Yes.
and they all collectively start laughing.
Oh, shit.
The Grun? The Bullywugs? He thinks the Bullywugs are a threat.
Why are you guys?
Stand your ground. Stand your ground.
I'll use my bonus action. Put a hex right here. Disadvantage on dexterity.
Nice. All right.
And I will end my turn.
Okay. And that is a charisma-based spell? Charisma-based effect?
For Hex, it is.
Warlock, right?
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Charisma.
Yes, it is charisma.
Okay.
First level enchantment.
Oh, it's an enchantment? Even better. All right. Callisto.
So, did that Callisto guy do anything?
Well, he shot at him, but it couldn't act until it got around to your action phase. So when he does appear and you told him this, he roared, which is what I said. When he does, the Lacertine, all, even though they're still kind of sniggering behind their voices, draw their weapons. The Grung also are brandishing their little tiny spears. They're really not very intimidating. They're about half the size of the
Well, I
Lacertines.
know, but...
And the front two, though, hold up their hands that are bleeding. The blood still pouring down their hands. They say, "We must have satisfaction for the death he has caused. You have among you the frog killer, he who hunted our people out of existence. More than 2,000 of our warriors died on the very day that we punished him."
You're saying that one man took out 2,000 of your men?
We happen to be really good at it.
DP.
Why did he do it?
I think he liked frog legs.
No. Why did he do it? What did you guys do?
Zone of truth. It's my turn. So.
Yeah. Okay. So actually, it's while this conversation is going on, it is back to Kriv's action.
Wait, that was my action? I didn't really do anything.
Okay. So what did you want to do?
Should we can quickly pull
What's up?
Kriv out of harm's way? I don't want him to die.
Sure.
So while they're having a discussion, I'm just gonna grab Kriv and just
Drag him back. Got it.
go somewhere safe.
Him over your shoulder. and just walk.
He does have the color and look of death about him.
So is there a nearby healer I can run to first aid? Who is actually in tune with his abilities?
I can use my abilities.
The bard.
You can bring it over to either one of them.
Okay, I'll bring it over
Oh, and
to
Luna too.
Death and Heal.
Yeah,
What aren't you?
Because I was calling out to
This
you.
guy wasn't actually doing nothing. What are you doing with your life?
Wow.
You know,
You've only been mostly dead all day, so this is not.
That's the Zolder move right there. That's
Oh,
hardcore.
I just like to point out that I only went to go pet dragons.
What are you doing with your life?
To go feed pseudo dragons and not do anything stupid. But this person right here goes ahead immediately.
I asked for where my daddy was!
Yeah.
And I got mad!
He has daddy issues. Let's not point them out.
Well,
I didn't even attack him, I
think this
just
is the
escaped.
perfect time to point them out, Luna, because right now those daddy issues are about to get him fucking killed.
Language.
Hey, watch your words.
I was gonna
Talking
pretend
about
like
doing
you're gonna heal him
something
because no one
stupid,
was.
Hashtag remember Steve Rogers.
Nice.
America's ass.
Did I ask you?
Okay, that was porn, you know it.
Do you love it?
That was a bummer.
Okay.
But wait.
So she pulls it back. So Kriv's action is to make your. Oh, you don't have to worry about saves. You're just comatose. It just acts as death, so they're not going to be able to. They have to figure that out. Okay. Leo's action.
It's your last chance. Walk away. Remember who my father is. I'm
Frog
no
killer.
better.
Are you going to follow in his heritage?
For me protecting my friends, yeah.
Is that why he did it?
Probably.
Yeah, 2,000 of us for his friends.
You guys must have really sucked.
And for the third time, they bring up the darts.
I haven't gone yet.
No, action. Yeah, I know.
You're holding it, aren't you?
I didn't even say I was just talking to them.
Oh.
Is it my turn or what?
Yeah, this is your action. That's why I said this is your turn for action. So
Oh, in
you're
that
talking.
case, I told Ronan to get in front of me. And I moved the direwolf in front of me for full cover.
Okay, good.
Smart.
Good.
Somebody just get me up so I can just.
That's what
I'm trying
gotta
to.
take it to one of us.
Well, I took it to Zolder. So Zolder's trying to help you.
Probably
And
because that
then
would've been
I am going to
cereal.
hold
Cilio, right?
I'm gonna hold a wall. No, I'm actually gonna take the dodge action.
You got a wolf over there? Do you have a wolf mom?
No, I don't.
No, I have it in my car, but I forgot to do that.
Okay. Let's see if I've got anything.
But yeah, I'm gonna take the dodge action.
Right here.
As big as he is, we'll use this. That isn't right. But
Oh god.
I mean, Ronan's like 6 feet, 7 feet tall.
Ronan
so,
turned into
He's a direwolf, right?
He's a direwolf.
turned into the lizard man.
And then I'll take the dodge action with my
sure.
Shadow Blade still out.
Dodge.
Well, you're full cover for yours. They had to actually move to get angle on you. So with that, your armor class will go up by 2. So what is your armor class currently?
If they attack me again, I'll cast shield. So it'll be 21, 23 will be my armor class.
And shield is a
It's a reaction.
reaction. No, they both miss. Okay. Matter of fact, there's a 1 in 6 chance against somebody else. 1, 2. Oh, nope, nothing. Shoots through the crowd. Zolder. They've split apart. One to the left, one to the right of you.
I'm gonna rush towards one. He says 30 feet. Is he they come
It's
closer?
15 feet. They came closer.
Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna walk towards one, and I'm gonna attack with my lesser maul.
You rolled a 1 again. You can't back it because you're using name tag.
No, I'm gonna get 2 attacks. So.
Okay. So missed on the first attack.
17.
That misses. We already determined their armor class is 18. And when he does that, their reaction now responds, which means the second rank of bullywugs come to the defense of the person that was attacked.
Soldier.
I'm immune to their poison. So.
That's true.
No, they're not using poison. They're using spears. These 4 are. Like each one's got an advantage because one's already engaged. So miss. 21.
That hits.
Third one. 19.
19 hits.
That's an 18.
18 misses.
Okay, and the last one. And 19, 20. So 3 hits.
3 hits for how much?
3 hits for 2. 7 is 9. Woo. And 2 more is 11 plus 6, so 17.
That's nothing.
Luna's action.
Callisto has to drag him
She did that already.
She did.
back
I tried
to
to
you,
over.
but I'm behind him. So do I see?
You,
I
just
see
can,
that.
you
Yeah.
can see him. Yeah, you can just move over to him. You can,
Yeah, you just try to heal him.
How much health do
I'm
these
gonna
things
use
have?
cure wounds.
Cure wounds?
Mm-hmm.
Done. He's still 0. Still not moving.
He's because
I'm
that's
poisoned.
You don't know that.
oh yeah.
Just know that the cure did not do anything.
Do I know that he's having the same thing as me?
He's not having the same thing as you.
Oh, okay.
You were attacked
Different
by
poison.
Different point? Okay.
Completely different poison.
That's fine. That's fine.
This is plant based. Because grung are
Wouldn't I know?
herbivorous. They don't eat.
I hate these
meat.
things.
Yeah, they've been a pain throughout the world. That's why they've got 2 different names, bullywugs and grung. They're basically not.
I hate
Not
small
well-liked
things that
poison.
try to defend themselves.
Callisto, tell me he's going to be alive.
Yeah, because she just cured and nothing happened.
He's gonna live, right?
I'll make sure of it.
No.
Look at your new one. A better one.
Bran, your action.
I want to go over to the man who looks to be in charge.
Tears rolling in her eyes, but she's
Yeah.
like, I'm fine.
I'm just gonna say
Like
it's
that, the dog
going
with
to
the
be
fire
a
in hell.
real
This is fine.
shame if we have casualties. Same with on your side too.
I don't see
wish
any.
to-
I don't see any casualties on your side that aren't warranted.
Huh?
I will snap you in half.
Didn't do
I
anything.
see.
The grung had an action against one of your party members, and the rest of your party members foolishly got in the way of justice.
I see.
How is this not a blue veil thing? You guys are good, aren't you?
That is
Real good at
Him.
tearing you apart.
now. Would it be okay for exile instead of
Oh, you can self-exile all you want. Go down to the shore and wait for your boat. Leave tomorrow.
For the two that are causing the mess. Well, for the three technically.
Excuse me, they're choosing satisfaction by their own rules. How is this not a blue veil thing? Why are you stepping in the way of this? Are you what, a black veil like us? Believe in liberty and justice for all? Because that'd make you black and blue.
I can make
Oh
sure
wait, you are.
I don't. I may be part of two veils for all we know. It's just up in the air at this point in time.
Yeah, just like he is, and it's his turn. Segue.
Yeah.
You're up in the air. Your action.
trying to like shake you
Alright,
awake, but nobody can tell she's crying except you.
15
That
more
reminds
feet
me of-
into the air. Now,
The Pokemon movie.
I need
Ash gets
a
turned to
ruling.
stone.
Is it possible?
thing ever.
Hold on, guys. Is it possible to get advantage on attack because of my height?
No, there's actually whole war games that are based on that concept, and in roleplay games we don't deal with that.
No.
No, there will be times that you can get absolute advantage on somebody, but that's only if you're in a situation of absolute surprise, and you're not.
Okay.
They clearly know you're up there because you just flew up.
Okay. Now you said that the Lasha team drew their swords or their weapons, whatever,
Yes, they're prepared back there, but they're not active.
but they are not acting.
You could exert what power you have over them and cause them to act.
What? All I have is my words, I believe.
So far, that's all you've needed. They already think you're the Bashra, right? So
You gotta tell him.
Bashra wants you to attack.
there's a roar. There's actually two roars. One is the roar of the crowd of Lacertine as they charge forward. The other is the shout of the Dragonborn trying to stop them.
Caliber?
Calabas is trying to
Oh,
stop
no
them.
way.
Is trying to stop them from slaughtering their would-be allies, the Grom.
Oh,
This is a precarious situation that we're in because now we just made allies with them, and two, if they were to die,
Callisto's action, as you see your ally Callisto Calabas trying to get the Lacertine to not attack, but he's excited them with his existence and his being, especially since he's freaking 30 feet in the air. If that doesn't look like deity calling upon the forces, I don't know what does, as they rush forward.
Well, Lacertine, do they honor
They're
like
on our side,
Dragonborn?
right?
Huh? No, I get that, but do they fear Dragonborns more than Lacertine? Like if I were to war at them,
Do the Grun,
no,
No,
the
the
the Lacertines fear the Dragonborn? Yes, they fear and respect them.
So I want to get in front of charging and just roar at them.
And you're going to say anything in particular? You're trying to
Well, just say,
you're going to try to reason with them. They do speak Draconic.
just stop. I just need to get them to stop right now.
Why? They're attacking us.
But I'm going to trust Calabar where we don't want this.
Calabas. Yeah,
But Isildur is getting his.
Soldiers.
I want to avoid getting on the wrong side here. This is not our turf. We are guests. I don't want to wrong the leader.
That's
Do you want me to snap your toe off?
He's taking hits. He's unconscious, I think.
wow, we've had in this situation before with a different sequence, didn't we?
Yes.
But this is
Yeah.
different. I'm not trying to get in the way of, like, taking down an enemy. I'm trying to prevent a future war. You were just listening to Alanis' gibberish, which made no sense.
I listen to everybody's gibberish. But all I'm concerned is that they're... Okay, so are you fine with them attacking
No,
him?
but I think it would be even worse if we all got hurt and got on the wrong side of a country we're not part
They're
of.
not going to stop, though.
They can
Bashra,
throw us
please help
into
me.
jail, though.
That's exactly
They
what I'm trying to
can-
do. She's
if
just
we
being
wrong
stubborn.
them, if we insult them,
she's stubborn.
they're gonna throw us in jail.
So the
You-
question,
Tactical
my only
retreat,
question,
then?
no, my question is, you asked them to attack, and they're attacking.
Yeah.
That's going to happen.
I want them to attack because they're attacking him. He's
And,
stunned.
and you're
they're
able, between you and
attacking him.
Calabas, you're able to quarter off about a half of the Lacertine force, but the other half is more than any match for the Grom. So they will basically sweep over the position, despite you doing your best efforts to stop them, and you will still be seen as holding your position because you stood next to Calabas. So you're actually holding the right position from that standpoint, but you can't stop the fact that he's influencing them from the moral standpoint. So, as they sweep forward, the grung that are currently not interacting will go back into their lair. These 4 that are fighting are going to stay there because they're defending the one that's wounded. So this fight will continue. And now we'll add Lacertines to it.
Okay. Do we have?
So we're not going to even add their models. I'll just take care of the internal rolls on the deaths and things of their forces.
Okay.
Since they occur at your initiative, which is what we are right now, what do you want to do? You've called out to them, but you haven't acted. Do you want to take an action?
For their action, yeah.
No, for your action. What are you doing? You're calling for them to act, but then you know what you're doing.
Okay. My action is going to be to cast Eldritch Blast at my hex target. He has disadvantage on dexterity, as a reminder.
Yep, I do remember.
Armor.
And he rolled a nat 1, so you're able to blast him for max damage.
Ooh. Okay. That's a.
He literally looks into the beam because remember they don't see illusions. He's going, wow, that's real magic. This is what real magic looks like.
D10, yeah. All right.
Okay.
D10 hex
Just
is
Eldritch Blast
1d.
somebody?
Yeah, just Eldritch Blast him. Yeah.
Attaboy.
Hex is 1d6 plus I add
Yep.
my charisma modifier as well. Roll for damage. Wow, that's 10, 11, 15.
15 points of damage. Not dead yet.
Okay. Then
He's shooting one of the grung that are down here fighting with Albus.
Yeah.
Zolder.
then I will end my turn.
Okay, Callisto. They went running past you, but they did stop half of them. So do you want to go and try to cut off some more of the others? or-
I'll leave it at that. I did my best. I'm going to go back to focusing on defending Griff.
Okay. All right.
Luna's like,
Bawling.
no, she's trying not to cry.
Leo.
She's got tears in her
That's right.
eyes, but
Yep.
she's a.
Okay, so as I see the horde of lizards come, before they reach them, I don't want them to get hurt, so I'm gonna pull back Zolder like 5 feet.
You realize I'm really heavy.
I'm gonna get in front of
Okay,
these
so-
4.
Okay, if you're taking an action to move him, you're going to have to make a strength check at disadvantage because he's monstrous and he's holding his position,
Isn't it like 15 feet to like pull somebody back with you, or no?
except for the fact that his mass is so much smaller.
Zolder, can you like take a step back real quick?
Now, because then if he steps out, he'll take attacks of opportunity. He's multiple enemies.
Ever. Zolder, close your eyes.
If you guys can get me up and get out of the way.
What do you think we're doing? We're having a hard time healing you. It seems like nothing is working.
Zolder, close your eyes.
Okay.
And then I cast Hypnotic Pattern on the 4 of them. And these 4 need to do it with disadvantage. I'm going to use 2 sorcerer points to do that heightened spell.
Wait a minute.
It's
These are all-
not an illusion spell.
No,
So.
these are all amphibians, and
They can't close their eyes to save their lives anyway.
yeah,
They have nicknamed
they're all
ones.
lizards.
But actually, one of them does make the save.
Okay.
The one that's had your name on him the whole time.
Okay.
Because he was at advantage on saves because of his berserk nature.
Gotcha. Alright. So then I look at the guy who's had like his eye on me the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
Just break his jaw. Let's do it.
And then I tell Ronan to once again block me and Zolder.
I was okay. You didn't.
Well, he can't get between Zolder and the dogs. I mean, between Zolder and the grung. He
Then
can protect
I order Ronan to shove
you. You want to
him.
protect him? You want to protect yourself from the one that's already got the blood oath on you from here, because there's another one over here with the blood oath, but he's surrounded.
Okay, you know
So-
what? As a bonus action, then, since crap, what do I want to do? So I already used my action. It's on the bonus action.
Oh, you should attack the one that I attacked.
Is that the one that's?
No, you attack one of these
Okay.
because you were trying to protect Zolder.
Okay.
You don't have to protect me. I'm doing perfectly well.
Okay. In that case, I am going to, with my Shadow Blade, slice the one in front of me.
Okay, one that's got your name on it already.
Yep. That's a 21 to hit.
That will hit.
Okay. And then it's 3d8. 6, 2, and 7. So
15
15.
plus modifier. Oh, there's no modifier on the spell. Oh, it's not a spell. It's a sword.
Yeah. So it's just 19 plus 4.
Okay, not dead yet.
Okay. And then I'm going to order Ronan to sit on him.
Okay, roll to hit.
Come on, Ronan. 18.
He'll hit. Make a con save for the wolf.
Okay. I'm pulling up. Hold on.
Oh.
I know.
What happened?
They're scared.
Where do they get Kurari poison from? The backs of frogs.
Oh. Yeah. You know how they can't close their eyes though? You know how they,
Yeah, that's
you know,
true.
like,
They've got well, they do close their eyes, but it's a nictating lens.
yeah, I
It's
forgot
see-through.
they have like a
18?
secondary eyelid
18.
or something like that.
Yeah, he survived the poison, but he's going to be slowed.
Okay.
So
But
it's like,
he's.
go ahead and do your damage.
Is
Oh no! I want to roll just to sit on him.
Oh, 18 will just hit. So,
I just want him to like pin him down, just sit on him.
yeah. And his dex save will get him out of the way so he won't be able to sit on it.
Okay. Then I will just hide behind Riven for cover.
Okay. Now, do you have the fighting withdrawal? Because you actually engaged him.
That's true. You know what? Never mind.
You'll stay in tow? Stay in toe to toe. All right.
How much health do you have?
is there a clear leader among these people?
No. Matter of fact, these all ran away.
Okay.
So the only way you could actually argue that any of them are the leaders are the two that came out the first time, because they're the only ones who had any conversation with you guys, and they asked you to step out of the way and let them take their justice on the person that wronged them. They did ask you that in the first place, and you failed to do that. So you're
Is-
actually engaged with one of them, and he's engaged with the other.
Is Calabas within son?
Calabas is behind you. And this round,
That's okay.
How much health do you have, Elder?
50.
Okay,
I
just,
fell from the sky.
I'm fine. I'm a tank.
I might be something fun.
two of the lesser balloons get killed between the combination of the damage you guys did and the action of the Lacertine.
They got killed.
Yeah.
Who's somebody else, or-
God.
It is now. Let's see, that was. That was Shep, so it's Callisto's action.
So
The Lacertine are looking to you and Calabas. He says, "What do you want us to do with those? Do you wish them to turn on their brethren? Because we can make them do it if you want."
wait, what's that Calvert talking to me?
Yeah, Calabas. Yeah. Keep putting an R at the end of his name.
I told him to stop because that's what you wanted. What
Right.
do you want to happen?
I wanted to not kill off our would-be ally.
I'm okay with that. But can you contain them from further damage on us? Because we're getting kind of hurt.
I'm still not seeing the logic of that, because they stated their real cause. You've already.
I understand where they're coming from, but we don't want to fight
Are you going
them.
to stand with your kind, or are you going to stand with your friends?
Well, that's an easy question to answer.
No one's talking to you.
Remember, she's yet to acknowledge to you guys ever that she's rather your friend.
Well,
I
clearly
hear
she's
this
not our
happening.
friend because she's not helping.
No,
so.
I'm too worked up. I'm not gonna say
pretty-
anything.
Stick with my party.
That's what I expected. Leo, your action.
Again. Okay. So this time.
Oh, I'm sorry, we missed Zolder. Zolder, you got your action. You still got two of them in front of you.
Can I talk to Calabas?
You can call back to him. He's behind you.
Is this how you greet new allies?
It appears to me that one of your friends engaged the Grung and are having to deal. Engaged the Bullywug and are having to deal with their vengeance. That's got nothing to do with us.
The Bullywug are attacking a 13-year-old child for the crimes of his father.
How is that?
I don't
justice?
think.
How is that justice?
You don't know the SecGen world at all, then, because it's all we've ever had to do is take the punishment for our progenitors.
You should not punish a 13-year-old child for the sins
It's
of
not
their
us. It's the
father.
Grung. It's
Child.
it's the Bullywugs. It's their way. We
You
don't
have
challenge that.
influence
You
over
have
them.
a law. You protect your law. I'm protecting their ability to have their law.
You have influence over them. If you tell them to stop, they'll stop.
I have no influence over them. They are a negotiating party just like you.
You don't want this fight to go on. I know that. You stand to lose.
Are you going to fight these three guys, or are you going to stand here and talk while they swing at you?
I'm gonna fight them.
Okay. Are you going for the one with the blood in his eyes, or are you going to go for the other two? One's got the one blood in his eyes has the weapon. You know they can put some.
Attack
put
the
Leo
one
down.
that I attacked because I did like significant damage. She's like almost dead.
All right, I'll take that one.
Attacking the injured one, sure.
That's 18.
How like an elephant to go after the injured one. Yeah, you hit him.
Okay.
He's dead.
Where are we in the
Okay.
rotation?
We're up to you.
I have one more attack.
Yeah.
I get it.
And that's...
Yeah, you're good. You can go.
I can,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You're not going to be doing anything until somebody gets you up, and that's not going to happen anytime soon.
All right.
I'm sorry.
That hits.
Thank
It's
you.
18.
Yeah, you got it. You took him out. Okay.
So I took out 2 of them? Or?
Oh, you got a second hit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The second hit.
And how much damage?
25. Oh, no, wait, hold on. I took out 9 damage.
Yeah, it's not dead yet. All right, and that would make it Mr. Bran.
Oh, I'm not getting involved at all.
course you're not.
Don't you have damage spellcasting?
No.
He's not, and he's not anyway. He's crossed his arms.
You
and
can
said,
really
"I'm
prove
not-"
to us that you're part of our crew. You try to, like, step in.
I did try to step in. I literally told Luna, "Hey, you should probably contact."
Yes,
First-
he did what he could do to get them
Yeah,
into,
I
into
have.
the fray.
Okay.
I can't do anything.
Back to Shep.
I will switch my hex because dropped and the one that he attacked
Okay.
on his turn.
Okay. You go to
It'll be
Spearman.
right here. Disadvantage on
Yep.
dexterity
Okay.
again. I will roll the hit, but hopefully I rolled 18. 18. That's an 18 straight.
18 straight.
18.
That will hit. Armor class is 18.
Hex and D10. Roll for damage.
Mm-hmm.
That's a 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's 11 damage.
Not dead yet. All right, and Callisto.
So I'm going to take a help Criv out because I'm tired of this guy being halfway dead.
Okay, so you're looking at Griff. How are you gonna help him out?
Make a medicine check to know what's wrong with him.
You know, I don't know if I have much from that, but I can try.
If you don't have medicine, you can still make an intelligence check.
Medicine +1 intelligence, you said?
Yep. If you got medical bubbled in, or not.
Yeah, she has a +1 in medical.
It's not bubbled in though.
No, the +1 is just taking your intelligence modifier. That's what that's doing. So go ahead and roll.
Medicine is wisdom.
Okay, then it's wisdom. Yeah. So make a wisdom check. And you still
Don't
have that
forget, you have
inspiration.
luck. And you have your bardic inspiration.
That was cornered. 19 plus the 1.
Yes, you recognize it as being a form of poison. Nothing you can do by physical health is going to change him. He's not damaged enough.
Can I take him to like a medic nearby?
The only medic you know is the only one that you know has handled poisons before is Zolder.
You.
He's in the middle of a fight.
But is there like someone in the town or something that like I can turn to?
You could turn to Calabas and ask him.
Is it where
Calabas, do you have
Criv?
any medical aids
Huh?
nearby that I can
She's trying to
go to?
To help him with what?
This guy's poisoned.
Ah. Well, I think that probably is something that the Grung can handle once you stop the fighting.
They seem quite hell-bent on getting vengeance on us.
Well, okay, but wouldn't you have if you had an oath of vengeance against someone as well?
How can I help them? I don't care about the history or the vengeance or whatever. I want to help my friends.
Then you need to go liberate, if you will, Zolder from the enemies he's facing. Which means go in and fight them.
I'll stay here.
You're
with
within
Criv.
range, and you've got 2 attacks per round. There's 2 of them.
I don't want to attack these guys.
You go,
Okay,
I don't
so
want to
I'll
do
stay
it.
here
She-
and
I don't want to
watch
do
I'm
it.
gonna punch you
I
across
don't
the
want to
football
do it.
field.
Now, you can fight with non-lethal intent. Therefore, you can do damage to
That's
knock
what
them
I'm
down.
gonna do. I'm just gonna
You're
hockey
gonna-
puck him out of my way.
Okay. Okay, roll to hit.
What's the punch? Is like one.
No, she's not going to punch. She actually hit him with the weapon. But you hit
16.
with the flat of the blade.
Oh,
Wait.
It still stuns them.
What's the modifier? Or my
It's going to be your attack, so you're rolling an
Okay.
attack. So it'll be your +5 or +6, whatever your. It should be down under the weapon. Remember?
But I'm not like trying to stab.
Yeah,
no,
that's
you
still-
are. You are still attempting to use the weapon. You're using the flat of the blade.
Then it's gonna be 22.
22 will hit.
Wow, good job. Well,
So now you're gonna roll damage.
Oh my
It's
god.
just that the damage can't go lethal. He won't go into death saves.
Oh
You're
my
just
god.
trying to knock him down.
Callisto hit something.
11.
I
Shut
think
up.
No, mainly she hit something and she's doing non-lethal damage.
I know.
We might find her that one day she'll turn into a monk or something because she's going for the non-lethal side.
Maybe she'll be a
11
paladin.
and 3.
Okay, so 14 points of damage. She puts one down. You got a
Shut
second attack.
up. Let's look at splash water.
Okay, so you got to swing at the other one.
Am I still down?
You got one
Yeah.
extra action. Yeah, you're
Cool.
still down.
I can't heal you until I take these guys out, I guess. I'm gonna hockey pop them across the courtyard. 13 plus 6. 19.
19 will hit.
roll again.
So she's attacking with the sheath of her greatsword?
No,
No,
the flat of the blade.
And 7.
If you, or if you think of it this way, she's punching with the pommel. She's still getting to do a lot of damage with it, but she's not trying to kill him.
Okay.
She's explicitly not trying to kill him. Makes it so you can question them afterwards if they're
10
unconscious.
for the second guy.
10. Okay, he's not dead yet. All right, and that was Callisto. So we're back to the top. That means it's Leo's action.
Okay. So still looking at the guy, I'm just saying, I don't know what my dad did, but I don't want to fight you. Okay?
Then then release your dog and let's handle this like civilized beings.
You shut the door first.
I mean, you want to kill me,
Who wants to kill anybody? Your friend's not dead.
but you want me dead, right?
Who said that?
You shot me with a poison dart.
And it would have put you in the same state as your friend, and we could have then therefore handled this as civilized being. You're the one who ran from the trial.
I'm not going on trial for something I didn't do, and then I'm gonna shank him again with
Go.
my shadow blade. That's a bonus action.
Nice.
Let me use one of
Oh,
my
you
BP.
were so worried about
You're
Bran
a
just
VP.
messing up, huh?
21.
Oh yeah, you hit.
No, not messing up. More or less like talking
Embarrassing
to
us.
somebody and
8.
then yeah,
Forward to
like offending them or something.
Okay, so 19 points
Oh
of
yeah,
slashing
because
damage.
I'm the one
dead.
that offends people.
So I
You
just-
been calling me Elizabeth Ford for the past
Twist
2
the blade.
sessions.
That's because I didn't know what you were.
That is offensive.
Yeah.
Are they all dead?
No, this one is going to.
I still have an action to do,
Sure.
actually.
Sure.
So I'm actually going to run over to the ones that are attacking Zolder.
Mm-hmm.
Kill them good. Kill them. Kill their mothers.
They're different.
Kill their children.
And
They're different.
Kill them because they're different.
control, I'm going to look at the one that Callisto attacked. I'm going to cast Firebolt on it.
Okay.
That shake was a bonus action?
17.
He has a bonus action second level.
17.
17. That will not hit.
Oh, so I missed.
That puts you, however, close enough for him to stab you with a dart.
Ronan still has to make an action, though.
Sure.
Ronan's going to come over and he's going to bite.
Sure.
18. Does that hit?
That will hit.
Okay, good.
Kill them, Ronan.
Kill him, Ronan. Okay, his bite is 2d6 plus 3.
And make your saving throw versus poison.
7. So that's 10 points of biting damage, and his 7 for.
Yeah, he falls to the ground. And it will vanish, right? Because once he's
Bye, Ronan.
Is the frog still alive?
Nope.
All right, cool. We killed them.
Is that all?
Can
You.
we fix this by like
Yes,
those kids?
until
or?
this building bursts into flames.
Which
Lizard men are lighting the building on fire.
That was not me.
Was that? Is that
Nice.
where the grunt live?
Yeah.
That's where the ground
Yeah.
No!
No! I actually run over and using my last 3rd level slot and cast Tidal Wave.
What are you
Pull out the
doing?
fire.
That's where they come from.
Okay, use
We
prestidigitation.
don't
Yeah.
What's a little genocide?
Basha, you better get them to stop. This is your doing.
Who?
The fire goes
You
up.
still said that in
A wave of
character.
water crashes over.
They should be fine. They like water.
That's true.
One of the little greens that was singing earlier
Yeah.
comes to the door and just stares at you for a minute. Holds up one of the egg sacks. I don't know. And drops it on the ground. It splashes. Not another one. Not another one. Not another one. And you hear a chant from inside. Not another one. Not another one. Not another one.
You.
Not another one.
I think they're offering you an omelet.
I walk back to my party.
What I do?
I'm staring furiously at
Yeah,
Constitution,
guys.
Constitution save, please.
All of us?
No.
No, I'm not staring madly at you. I'm staring
No,
furiously
I'm
at
asking what
Thanks for the helping hand, you dick.
What I do is that
The maul you have in your hand splits right down the middle from the top of the head all the way through the handle.
I look over at Calibus.
Maybe you should change like
man.
weapons. Maybe mauls aren't your thing.
No, I had a really good maul at one point. But,
I know. That's what I'm saying. Maybe this is a sign from above.
Yeah, maybe.
I look over at
The
Calibus.
blue
It's
lady's
nice.
telling you something.
Okay. What I do is that I walk over. Well, actually, I descend. And I walk over to my my Lositine kind. And,
When this fire went out,
yeah,
they're all standing around, and it's like the frenzy goes out of the crowd.
yeah.
The water would have crashed over them as well because the area effect of that thing is rather large. And so literally they're standing there glistening wet, and they soundlessly file by you. And as they file by you, they each put one hand out. Now, are you incorporeal all the time? So they basically pass through you unless you choose to exist, right?
I am incorporeal when I'm not in combat. When I'm in corporate,
Right, so we're not in combat. As they're walking by, I just need to know, are they passing their hand through you, or are you allowing yourself to be touched by them?
Criv up, please.
Oh yeah.
Get him up.
I'm allowing myself to be touched by them.
Cure poison.
Okay.
Cure. So you have 9. All I have is that.
The
9
ones
points.
that survive.
No, I didn't need to hit
There are a few of
myself.
them that were injured or died.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
As they pass by, they put out their hands and basically put their hand on your forehead.
Are you okay?
Almost like a blessing. As they
You
pass
have-
by you.
Despite the situation that you guys been in,
It will be your fault.
you all did, from what I believe, you all did like the right thing.
They don't feel it. There's silence as they walk by you.
I
You look like Zoe.
want you to
Deschanel.
hear my words, and then I won't say anything at
You look
all.
like Zoe
You
Deschanel.
will. After these events, I believe that you all will be prosecuted by the head boss up here.
You believe they'll be prosecuted?
Yes.
You think he's going to take vengeance on your lesser team?
Yes.
So you're warning them.
I am giving them a warning and a. I want you all to leave the city.
We cannot do that. We must serve the dragon.
You can serve the dragons, but not in the city.
Calabas turns and looks at you and shakes his head. Just puts his hand up, just like, don't make it worse.
Hey, Calibus, thanks for the help. Is this what you
Enough.
teach your people?
Enough.
You didn't even do anything. I'm
Still on your
Alanis.
side.
No, she.
Guys. Let's.
I leave.
No, we.
The
no,
Dragonborn,
please don't leave.
is smiling. He says to you as you walk by, "We hope to see you at the meeting this evening."
I'm actually disappointed in
I'm
Callisto
furious.
right now.
Crib is alive.
This is what you
laying
teach your
on the
people,
ground
huh?
and
Yes.
I'm
Attack little kids.
We adhere. We
head
have
is
them
on
follow
your
the
chest.
law, and by every nation on Nycos, a 13-year-old is an adult.
Like your heart's beating.
Bite me.
But an adult,
No, I don't favor.
I don't get that
flesh.
logic though.
What's that?
How is he accountable for his father's action? He didn't even
That's what
commit
they
the
believe.
crime.
That's
No,
what
they wanted
believe.
him to face a trial. They did not want to kill him.
That's still. Yeah.
Well, guess what? Where I come from, when I'm attacked, I have the right to defend
The
myself.
reality was he was supposed to come here and gather information from them because they were going to tell him where his father was. But he had to show humility to allow them to explain to him why his father is hunted.
Good job,
But they
Calibus. I
could've
would have
asked-
figured that out all on my own.
They could've
Everybody,
asked-
give Calibus a round of applause.
Sorry.
It's been a dramatic day. We've had singing and shouting and stuff, so it's not a big deal. That's fine.
I mean, they bled him. They could at least act nicely.
Yeah.
No, they simply were using their methodology to bring him to peace. To
Oh
bring him to
yeah,
justice.
their methodology, whatever. Calibus.
Oh yes, as a matter of fact, your friend that is laying there prone.
No,
He
healed.
laid his hands on him.
I'm laying on top of him, making sure he's breathing and like
He's
his
not.
heart's beating.
It doesn't appear to be.
He did
I
the
cured his poison.
Oh, you did find one. Okay,
So I'm just.
Okay.
That's my
you
security.
come out of it fine as soon as.
Guys.
No, I know exactly what you are. You're another crap job of a nation thinking that they're playing God.
Leo.
No, they are.
No. That.
I'm getting out of here.
It
Leo,
doesn't.
your captain.
We're all
says
getting
stand
out of here.
down.
My captain didn't fight for me.
The only people I was heavily disappointed. The only people that was on the battlefield was me, the redeemed blue paladin, and Leo.
Mind if I?
I understand these two situations.
The single clap becomes a round of claps from all the Dragonborn in the tower that were watching the entire thing. As they watch you guys tear each other apart, they're just enjoying the spectacle of it all.
We never should have come here.
Mind if I?
I didn't think so either.
Luna, mind if I have a word with you?
I'm laying.
She's
I'm
she's
laying
distraught.
on top of Kriv.
She's
I
distraught.
thought he died.
He'll
so
be
I'm
fine.
like,
We need to have this conversation right now.
I don't think that's. You can come here and talk to her.
yeah.
All right then.
So go over there to talk to them. So while you're over there, as you left the building, the two that you talked to before, the green in particular, comes back and says, "That had to hurt. You are such an honorable being. I am so glad you came to be among us."
Me too. I'm done with them.
We'll have the meeting. We'll have the meeting in a moment. While we're doing that, so you guys are still there in the courtyard. The
Luna.
Dragonborn looking down upon you from the building.
Luna, I think you should have Leo, Kriv, and Zolder, and the ghostly apparition back on the ship.
We can't get back on the ship.
They should.
It's high tide. There's no way we can make it back on the ship. Wait,
Then,
whatever.
Good
It's
morning.
a tide right now.
Can you
okay?
dimension it
I-
for us to the ship?
No,
I'm
we're
just
fine.
saying
That's why I
that
asked for distance.
when there's the chance, have them go
First
back
thing in
on
the
the
morning, we're all supposed to be back on the ship and leaving.
Maybe we should all go camp out at the beach today,
That's
or
what I
camp out.
planned to do.
Yeah,
But
I don't trust these people.
Mm-hmm.
how did
They're scummy.
how did the training go?
We'll collect bounties for them from time to time. And this will be a safe haven.
Yeah, we're not.
Doubtful now.
I would disagree with that.
That's why
Oh no, we're
Well-
glad to have you back. You are so entertaining. Calabas is like, no, I mean he's not here. You said you want to talk alone, so never mind. He's not there. He's over whispering to the ones inside the door.
I mean, we're out of here tomorrow.
It's doubtful for Leo.
just let's make it through the night. No more causing things, no more talking to anybody on the beach. We're making a little camp out. That's it.
I'm fine with that. You know, I don't care.
Got it? Good. Because I have a flask full of rum and I intend to drink it.
In peace.
All right, let's kind of gather ourselves.
Okay. So you're out on the beach.
Yeah, let's camp out here.
Okay. You'll watch.
This looks
They're building a shore fort. Put your models out there, except for Callisto.
Can you pass over, Matt?
when we get out to the
For this
sand.
remaining time,
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to do my find familiar.
I'd actually
On the beach.
Yes.
Okay. Roll percentage dice for me.
During
before I head out to the beach and all that,
So you're gonna stay inside. You're gonna stay inside by yourself?
I actually wanted to go ahead and see their culture.
I thought that was an earthquake.
And
What do you want to see of their culture? What you just saw culture. That was totally a cultural event.
other than that, I want to see how things go at night.
Oh, they closed up the doors. The Dragonborn's the only ones allowed in the temple, in the tower.
Oh, so there's nothing that really, there's no real big feast.
Oh, there are feasts, but you'd be going to talk to the Saprazan, which they warned you about, or you can go to the Triton, which they didn't say anything about, or you could just stay with the Lacertines and talk to them about culture.
I talked to them.
Great.
Because I haven't seen.
Great.
Hold on. I'll try to get a giant lizard. So
That's what you're shooting at. What'd you roll?
roll right now.
Komodo dragon.
66.
Roll percentage again.
Okay. 73.
And one more time.
Alright. Oh crap! 100. Look at it for yourself. If you don't believe
Oh,
me.
no, I totally believe you.
Matt, pass me. the
There's a
bottle.
screech. He's sitting next to the camp because we're waiting for the bard. He starts doing this little song and dance, and as he's doing this ritual down on the beach, you hear this shriek,
Callisto's not there.
and out from the rocks crossing the ground at a high rate of speed is what looks like a blue dragon without the wings.
Yes. I'm happy, dude.
This monstrous thing comes roaring up. runs right up to him. Now it's about the size of a horse, okay? But it's
'Cause that
broader and lower to the ground. This thing moves without
It's
leaving
that thing
tricks.
that Obi-Wan rode.
With the feathers and everything.
Yeah!
Pretty much what giant lizards are to.
It's a bit fundamentally. It's
Us-
a giant bearded lizard, but in particular, it's called more than that. It's a guardian drake. It is a dragon form. It's wingless, not considered by the dragons to be dragon, but it was raised by people who wore names like Dragonheart and things like that in the ancient times.
Yeah.
So they were bred for being
This thing?
protectors,
Yeah, that thing.
fundamentally.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
Except
That's what I
except
got.
imagine it to be deep blue in color. As a matter of fact, it's
It's a large creature too.
matter of fact, it's indigo in deep
Ah.
color. Yes,
Indigo.
indigo color with scintillating scales, and it
Okay.
comes over and it puts its head in his lap.
Oh.
I don't think it'll fit on my ship.
Oh, I'll get fit. I'll make it fit.
While we're on the beach, though, I want to, like, while y'all are getting, like, ready or whatever, I want to walk to the water and just kind of stand there.
Okay,
Stand in the water.
it's a nice image. One of the Lasser team who blooded himself in the fight is over there, licking his hands and preparing to skin the Bran that he killed.
Skin the what?
The frog.
Hollywog.
They're about to eat them?
Gonna skim.
Okay.
We're gonna use the skim.
I'm
for
just
something.
Good.
observing.
Good for
Okay.
them.
Just
He very efficiently cuts it down the middle and basically peels the skin back off of it.
skilled hunters.
Uh,
25 minutes.
what is that marking on board?
Oh, I'm writing down stories.
What is writing?
I show him, like, I flip the pages, showing him, like, how she's an emotional wreck when Crib's hurt. How she goes to drinking every time.
Where you
Why
write
is it
what
all
you see?
about me?
Show me what you write. You see.
I flip to his page. Skill hunter.
Where is it? Where is Hunter?
I point to the word.
Ah!
He just had
Don't!
to sleep with you.
Take it back! Erase it now! Make it go away! Stop it! Put it.
Scribble out the word.
To be fair, I don't think he's ever slept with me.
Seems to be the issue.
You take power with that. It's what casters do. It is what casters do. Write words on page, things vanish.
These people
These
are.
are still here.
Some hillbilly ass people.
Like these other words are still here. They don't come off the page.
No, you capture in book. No right.
These people are very
All right.
delusional, man.
They're, what's the word?
Simple.
Superstitious.
Simple.
Yeah.
Simple.
Yeah.
Superstitious.
I say okay. and
Why
it goes-
you come among us?
Midwestern.
Why you come among us? I should call you dragon bait.
Please.
You wanted that to happen.
Shark bait, shark bait, shark bait, shark bait, shark bait.
Just wanted to look at your
We used to
profile.
chant that in theater.
Why?
No.
To capture in book? Take us your prisoner?
No,
Take from us our freedom?
no.
Then why are you here?
Wanted to learn.
No one wishes the life of a Lassertine. No one wishes the life of a Secgen. The curse is upon us.
I'm friends with all those.
You are not wanted here. You are Eldrin,
Yeah,
yes?
you managed to chase out the other one.
Aldrin,
Human.
I'm human.
You're mortal?
Yeah.
Ah,
Pinch.
favorite sons. Privileged ones.
I grew up underground. Don't really.
Don't blame me for you live in cave. Why We don't want you here. No one wants you here.
I mean, we're sleeping on the beach, so I mean.
Hey, no, he's inside. We're on the beach.
I go inside. I'm just like, all right. I see how it is. Walk away. Walk back out to where everyone else is at.
Okay. So the last of your crewmen finally, the last of your team finally comes walking out. You see him sitting with a big blue lizard's head in his lap.
I'm not even gonna ask.
I'm gonna talk to Leo.
I'm in my.
So what you see is Leo. He's not too far away, but once again he has like his hands are full, and he's trying to learn how to cast spells without using his hands. He's like staring intently at a can, trying to cast Firebolt.
Hey,
That would be a cantrip.
Leo.
Yeah.
I know you were pretty upset at when you saw the frog people going up and fired. Is there anything you want to talk about? Are you okay? It wasn't your fault, man. You didn't cause it.
Why does everybody say it's my fault though?
You know, people like to cast blame on easy targets, and you're a kid, so you're like one of the easiest targets.
It's like everywhere I go, it's my fault.
It's not, man. If any, I mean, you didn't set the fire. You didn't start the fire. It was always burning since the day it was turning.
Nerd.
Yeah.
That's where the BP.
All right.
Billy Joel would be
Yeah.
proud. And you're from my generation, so the song
You know
works.
what gets me really mad? They expected me to know their ludicrous laws, and then they
Yeah,
blamed me
no,
for it.
exactly. You know,
I mean, why couldn't they just come and tell me, hey, we want to put you on trial? Or at least I would have gone with them.
those are speech. These are simple people of the souls of the earth. You know, morons.
And they think I didn't know anything about sect. I know everything about sections.
Well, nobody knows everything, but the point is, you're safe. We're mostly safe. We've finally got rid of that bard.
You just walked out.
I just
Literally, it's-
I
look over your
just
shoulder.
Everybody's
You're
doing
gone.
it.
I'm silently right behind Zolder, just
Wishful-
writing down. in my
Wishful
book.
thinking on my part, but anyway, we're safe. We'll be out of here by morning. Don't take this on your shoulders, man.
Can you always help me find Callisto? I think I made her mad.
Yeah, we'll find her before we leave, of course.
Zolder tries to
Why
act
would
like
you
a
guys
parent when
find
he's
somebody
clearly
who
not?
refused to help you? during
Sorry?
the fight?
Listen here, motherfucker.
Yeah, you're not here. You're not here.
No.
You're not here. You can't defend it.
What did
Can't
you say?
defend it.
Why would you find
This
This
is-
is for you in that fight.
This is why you never leave if you want to not have them talk about you, because they will talk about you when you're
Because
gone.
someone
who
like
would not help you in a fight?
defend my
though?
ass honor.
Because she's family.
She helped,
I'm
Family
not in the
didn't help you.
conversation.
she helped me in a fight.
Family is family, man.
That's not what I saw
Okay.
during the battle.
Chris saying they
Oh yeah, no, she carried
I
Crib
saw
to safety.
Callisto try to help Kriv. And
And
then
stand
try to
over
make the
him.
best of a hard situation. And I shouldn't have yelled at her.
By stopping my
Can someone remind them that I
Nosity
chose
from
them when given
helping
the decision?
you and
She's-
everybody else.
When I was
It's not that
surrounded,
easy.
when I was surrounded by bullywugs,
It's a very easy.
when I was surrounded by the Grund, she fought by my side and took one out.
Listen, Shepard, you
That's
really-
because whatever his
I wanna
name
use,
forced her to convince her to
I
do
want to
it.
use
Li-
my
li- listen,
illusion to
She
hold
had
up.
no intention of helping you guys.
All right, Shep.
Hey guys,
Wait,
So
guys, wait.
So, just to like completely silence the argument, I want to use minor illusion to hold up when Kriv and Callisto were back in the city, back to back fighting the orcs.
Okay.
Yeah, no, she helps.
And
Shepard, I don't
I'm
want to
talking
be
about with this situation right now.
Shepard, I don't want to be that guy, okay? But Callisto
Personally,
has had
she
my
helps
back.
Did she have you back this time?
Callisto has had my back several times. So if she did not have my back this time, there's a reason.
She didn't
Okay,
have
and
your
I
back.
we're running out of time because we have to
She
close
did not
down
have
today.
your back this
I
time.
have to have this conversation. When you walk into the room, the rest of them are clapping and applauding, and they go, "Chosen one, we
Exactly.
wish you to lead us."
Well,
She is.
We have been waiting for someone who shows compassion for others and yet holds to the truth of violence. Will you lead us? You don't have to answer because we're going to use that as our cliffhanger for next week. Thank you for watching Nycos D&D Winds of the West. Thank you very
you.
much. Glad you were all here and part of this. Make sure if you haven't yet, hit the subscribe button down below. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, etc., etc. Make sure you catch our other shows on Friday, Sunday, and Wednesday.
Good game,
Oh,
guys.
What did
Yes.
Liam
You!
roll for swearing tongues?
Jesus.
whatever make you go to sleep at night, you can believe whatever you want.
I dragged his dead